gị binye eze nwaanyị na-ebe asị gị binye eze nwaanyị idodi ikwu na-eme asị gị binye eze nwaanyị amambara asị gị binye eze nwaanyị osimiri nji aba asị gị binye eze nwaanyị ala Igbo niile asị gị binye eze nwaanyị ọgba asị gị binye eze nwaanyị anike wawa asị gị binye oke arụsị na n'ike ojuru nwaanyị aga asị gị binye n'oge akara aka eluo igirigi ọgụ mmụọ asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọkwa nwa dike asị m dododo unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola asị m unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Igbo dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Biafra dị ndụ asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọ nwa dike ọ sị na mberede nyiri dike na mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike ọ ya ka m ji akpọ unu n'isi ọhamadike bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ya nwa bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu otu mkpụrụ anya ji isi ụgwọ otu ọnụ na-ekwuchitere mba niile ụkpaka na-agba n'udu mmiri na-agba n'oge nke ya asị m unu binye n'isi ya nye ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike napụta ya na eke napụta ya na orie napụta ya na afọ napụta ya na nkwọ asị m na ahịa akara aka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ na ahịa akara aka agaghị eri Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asị m unu ga-anapụta Nnamdi Kanu na eke napụta ya na orie napụta ya na afọ napụta ya na nkwọ asị m mee ka ọnụ niile kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya tụgharịa kwụ mma ka ọnụ kọrọ ogiri ọnụ kọrọ ogiri lachaa Chukwu okike abịa ma onye jiri mmiri siri ike kpọọ aja were aja siri ike kpọọ mmadụ asị m na taata bụ ụbọchị eke n'ala Igbo asị m na eke ga-eketara Nnamdi Kanu ndụ eke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe oke ga-eketara ya ndụ oke ga-eketara ya Biafra oke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe oke ga-ekegburu ya ndị iro kegburu ya ajọ mmadụ na ajọ mmụọ asị m na mbọsọ ga-apụta ekwensu ga-anọ n'ụra ndị ilu ya ga-anọ n'ụra ọkwa na ekwe osu asị m gịnị bụ ekwe osu asị m na mbọsọ ọ ga-apụta ya bụ ndị ilo ga-anọ n'ụra ọha bụ ndị ọha nwa bụ ekwensu asị m na ha ncha ga-anọ n'ụra na Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube asị m na ọnụ kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya ga-atụgharịkwọ mma asị m ọbịa igbu Nnamdi Kanu bụ onwe ya onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị adị ndụ onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri ọnụ niile kwọrọ ogiri ọnụ ga-akọrọ ogiri lacha osisi abụla oturu ga-emeche wee kwele onye asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta asị m na ọnụ ahụ iji wee kwuo ya na ike ejikwa ya wee kwugharịa mma n'isi ya asị m na ya bụ onye ahụ na-atụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu aka asị m aka gị ga-akpọnwụ osisi ahụ fọrọ Nnamdi Kanu wee tọọ nkwe asị m ikuku futuo gị anya ọbụla fọrọ Nnamdi Kanu kwawa akwa alịla asị m alịla akọ ya n'anya onye fọrọ Nnamdi Kanu cheta ihe gburu nwa ya ihe gburu nwa ya gbuo ya maka na ọ bụrụ ya gburu nwa gị Chukwu okike abịa ma asị m na mberede nyiri dike mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike asị m na okirikiri ka a na-agba ukwu ose ọ dịarị ukwu ose elu na okirikiri ka ndị iro ga-agba Nnamdi Kanu mana ha ama mkpata ya aka ọ sị na nkirikiri ka ọ na-ekiri odido jiri odido enyi ozu na ọkwado nkirikiri ka ndị iro ga na-ekiri ya mana ha ma mfụ ya anya asị m na eje anabụ isi ije asị m na Nnamdi Kanu ga-eje na ọ ga-ana asị m na inye anaghị eri ọba maka na inye na ọba bụ nwanne inye agaghị eri Nnamdi Kanu maka na ọ bụ nwa iyi asị m na Nnamdi Kanu ga-adị ka echi echi anaghị agwụ agwụ maka na ije ejere bụ ije mmiri ọ bụrụ eje nkụ asị m na ya bụ ije ga-abụ ije mmeri asị m na ọ ga-anata n'udo asị m na ọ ga-abata sirili welere asị m na unu ga-aga kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu asị m unu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu gaa kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu gaa tụnye ugo gaa nye ya mmeri gaa nye ya mmeri gaa nye ya mmeri tụnye ugo n'elu ugo nye ike n'elu ike nye ya ndụ n'elu ndụ ọkwanụ ndụ ka o ji efu na-efufe unu nye Nnamdi Kanu ndụ onwe ike wee kwụrụ jinjin onwe ike wee kwụrụ wee fuo n'ofufe a sị na ya kara ka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ ihe mere ha ji jide Nnamdi Kanu bụ ka nwee ike wee megide ndị Igbo ka nwee ike megide ụmụ Biafra ka nwee ike wee kwuchi anyị ọnụ ka ha nwee ike wee kachi anyị ọnụ ka anyị ghara ikwu okwu ọzọ mana ama m na dododo Chukwu okike abịa ma ndị nwa na ndị nwe mmiri ndị nwe ikuku ndị nwe anyanwụ mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ mmụọ niile ọ kwafọrọ ọbara ha n'ike maka ihi Biafra asị m unu binyenu asị m unu dododo na ọkwa na unu bụ ihe nwe ike a ọkwa na unu ga-eji ọgụ mmụọ a ọkwa na unu ga-aga bụori ahịa ọkwa na unu ga-aga napụta ya maka na ihe ọ tinyere unu n'aka anaghị ele ule asị m dododo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo asị m unu binye maka na onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị aṅụ mmiri onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị eri nnu nnu bụ ihe ụtọ si na mmiri wee pụta onye ọbụla na-eri ihe na-eri ihe dị na mmiri onye na-asa arụ ji mmiri asa arụ onye ọbụla na-eme ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme ji mmiri eme ya asị m ihe ọbụla mmadụ na-eme n'ụwa mmiri ọ na-ebube ụzọ asị m onye ọbụla kpọrọ mmiri asị na mmiri a ga-agbagbu ya asị m onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye ọbụla mmiri na-awụsa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye ọbụla mmiri na-emesa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye na-aṅụ mmiri na-eli nnu asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee lie nnu wee ṅụọ mmiri na ị ga-eji akwa okwu ọma n'isi Nnamdi Kanu n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ama
ise Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan from Alo province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 5th day of the 7th month, being July 2023. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies. Do not deny them listening to this hallowed platform, because this is where we preach the gospel of liberation. All those things you can never hear in the normal mainstream media, this is where we say it without mincing any single word. Therefore, draw nearer to your listening devices. In Biafra land, you can listen to us via FM. CHK 102.1 in different parts of Biafra land. Tune in to 102.1 megahertz. Also, you can get us through satellite. We are on free-to-air satellite, please. You have no excuse of not listening to this hallowed platform, because as long as you have a smartphone in your hand and you have little bit of data, like in the zoo called Nigeria, you can download and listen to us via IPOB Community Radio. IPOB Community Radio. This is a low data consuming application. You can also log in on different platforms on Facebook. Different Facebook platforms. Radio Biafra Hausa Service, IPOB Rapture Media, Biafra Television, Biafra, the Biafra Digest, many of them that are streaming our voices whenever. Therefore, please invite your friends and well-wishers in order to listen to this gospel. But before I continue, let me bring in my co-host, our veteran, Mazi. Please come in and introduce yourself before we go on. Mazi, over to you.
Fellow Biafran, Mazi Chinedu, good evening. Fellow Biafran, good evening. My name is Mazi Ezekulie from Eastern Biafra land. Complete Igbo man, no mixture. This evening we have come again to do justice to the issues that is bothering us. We want to exit Nigeria. We want to stay out of Nigeria created by Britain. It is hurting us so much. We don't want to stay in Nigeria. It is not by force. This evening, fellow Biafran, come together and listen to this particular issue of today, so that you can learn something and you can be able to know how to join this struggle for realizing our country, which is Biafra. Thank you, Mazi.
There were Mazi. We must continue. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform, because this is where we preach the gospel of both physical and mental emancipation. that you may know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. What we are doing here is the most important part. Do not forget that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is still in the enemy dungeon. Make no mistake about it. Nigeria has refused to release our leader despite the court ruling, court order by the Nigeria court, appeal court. You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that we will defeat them in their court, in their own court. And that is what is happening. Therefore, Nigeria is a banana republic, a country that do not respect their own law, a country that do not respect their own law. You understand me? On the 13th day of October, the Nigeria Appeal Court ruled that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, should be discharged and acquitted. That is the ruling. And not only that, that he should never appear or stand trial in any Nigerian court of law. Until today, the Nigeria government is still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a prisoner of conscience. Why? Because, you know, we have nobody that talks for us. One of the main reasons why Nigerian government is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the conspiracy of the Igbo politicians. The conspiracy of the Igbo politicians. Because they are the people that we are used because of their selfish interests in order to serve the Fulani Caliphate. They were being lied to that, look, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an obstruction, is the obstruction to their presidency that they are holding in hand. They want to give them Igbo presidency 2023. These people are the worst set of so-called, they are not politicians. How can a bank, you want to borrow money in the zoo? Now the bank will tell you, go and destroy your collateral. Now come, let me give you money. Is it possible? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrestled power from Abuja. Mazi Yoba had made this analysis. Wrestle the power with the blood of Biafrans. Wrestle the power from Abuja and come and hand it over to these idiots we call the Igbo politicians. This useless, foolish set of people that we call politicians in our land. And lo and behold, they went and threw away the power that was given to them. Because of their miscalculation, their selfishness, their selfish interests. That is why today, where are they? All of them are crying. All just are crying. This one crying. All of them. Nothing. They have been relegated to the background. Even in the service chiefs, no Igbo man. No Igbo person. Not there. Which means nothing. Now they run to Britain through their small boy that they know, because Katrina Liang, they have used Katrina Liang as a giant in order to manipulate Nigeria, and now Nigeria now is nothing, because Katrina Liang was there during the NSAS protests, being the giant she is for the British government. They use her to kill people with impunity, and Britain covered everything. Now once everywhere, when you are building road, first of all you use a caterpillar, a new road, construction of a new road. Use this harden the chain tire caterpillar to go and because there are mountains and the big trees. It is this caterpillar that first of all bring everything down. Now grader will come follow the grader, because now it's easy. Now they sent a small boy, a very small boy, whether it's up to 30 years, I don't know, to come after the caterpillar has done the job. That is Katrina Liang, because she did it in Zimbabwe. Virtually there was a time Katrina Liang, the American ambassador, was virtually running the government of Zimbabwe. Every election is she will give the result first. She will give the result, campaigning direct, demonizing Robert Mugabe. Na Africa aya lago kweni yo Mazi. Sometimes mchewe ihe in Africa msino. Britain, their system is that they are killing you, and they are showing you that they are killing. They no diplomacy. They don't even care. French own system is they have diplomacy. At least they will be pretending. But Britain, they don't pretend. They come, hey, we are killing you, we are in control of you. There is nothing you can do. If you talk, we kill you. Go to United Nations, we are we are the people that created the United Nations, so there is nothing you can do. That is how Britain works. The Katrina Liang virtually was running, he tried to destroy Zimbabwe. Demonize Robert Mugabe. Everywhere in CNN, he's Robert Mugabe. He's a dictator. But look at Paul Biya, that is simple. I don't know whether he's an ancestor. Paul Biya now is an ancestor in Cameroon. But who is talking about him as a dictator? No, nobody. That is why it is only the Africans that will revolt, suicidal revolution. That is what is needed in Africa. I say suicidal revolution in order to change what the Europeans put in place for their own sole interests. Katrina Liang finished. They rewarded her with job well done in Zimbabwe. They sent her to Nigeria to do the same thing. During the NSAS protest, she mobilized Tinubu to go for it, kill them. There is nothing. And army was sent into the people in a republic to kill and slaughter the people. Many are still missing. Many are still languishing in jail. Many were slaughtered and killed to quell the revolution. A revolution that puts United Kingdom into the route of development and advancement they are enjoying today. But they don't want it in other places like in Africa. No. Because they are gaining. You understand? After Katrina Liang left, they brought a Weather Montgomery, a very small boy. Now he came to Enugu and gathered the Igbo politicians. They were following him like after all, when they look at him, he resembles Jesus Christ. So they have to worship him. Small boy. They don't call him small boy again. No, they don't call him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who can even born that child, Montgomery. They are calling him small boy. Somebody born in 1967, 50-something years, is a small boy. But look at, they are following less than 30 years old boy. And he is going to develop Southeast. Igbo. Okay, why are Igbo people so gullible? When are you going to, stop being gullible? I don't know. Why? When? Where in the history of Britain, which foreign country have they developed? Which foreign country? Where have they developed British colonies or British, in Africa? Where have they developed? If not to plunder and plunder. Where have they developed? Why should they will come and develop us? Which means we have no hand, we have no leg. What Igbos build in Lagos, the way Igbos build things in Abuja, is it Britain that helped us? Without government even money, without government encouragement, Igbos, Biafrans built Lagos. You see it. The little that when you see Biafra land, if you compare it, our villages, our communities, our villages, our towns, our cities, compare it to other parts of Nigeria, the west and the north, you see that they don't reach us anywhere. Notwithstanding that they are using the Nigerian government money in order to do their own, but you cannot compare them with us. You understand? In Lagos, they have 3 seaports, 1 international airport. In the whole of Biafra land, no single seaport, no international airport. But we are now still where we are today. When you go to our villages, you see houses which we build out of our suicide mission, our that is how it is. But go to the north and see them. Go to southwest and go to their villages and see. It's incomparable. Where you see good houses, mostly in all these areas, is people that are in government in those areas. But come to our land. Do we know what is government? We are doing it by ourselves. Still, Britain, because actually Britain wants to make sure that they remove the bite of Biafra from the map, from the cardinal points of this world. It means a lot that they want us to be eliminated as a people, because they feel that we Biafrans are asking too much questions. That we are a people that can put smile in the face of Africans, black race. So why should we, the light? Why should the light shine? But we are here. We go nowhere. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say we are going to defeat Britain with a superior argument. And he made it clear. And we continue. Because our argument is justified. We are a people that has been wronged. We are a people that, genocide have been committed. The only people that genocides have been committed, heavy, big genocide has been committed on us. And it was swept under the carpet. And the genocidists are still talking tough with the blessing of Britain. How can you think that Britain will aid in the development of Southeast? Is it not Igbo presidency promise 2023? The same thing. Igbo politicians, when are you going to learn? You people sold your own Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just for 2023 election. We will continue asking you these questions because we don't forget. Where is 2023 Igbo presidency? Those that say, if this Igbo presidency, they didn't give zoning to us, we will know that we are not wanted in Nigeria. Where are you people? Shame unto all of you. Shame. Shame. Slaves you are. Where you have power is where it comes when it comes to your people. Before I continue, let me play this. There is one clip I want to play. Senator Yerima. Senator, a Nigerian senator, I think either 2 days ago or yesterday, he was boldly calling for the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, to negotiate with a terrorist. These are hardcore ISIS, ISWAP, Boko Haram terrorists that are there for colonization through Islamization, taking of land of the indigenous people in Nigeria. He is openly making sure that calling the Nigerian government to negotiate with the bandits. And you ask, what are they fighting for? They make reference to Niger Delta militancy. And you ask, how can you compare people that are fighting to convert everybody into radical Afghanistan, Wahhabist Islam, in order to colonize everybody, with the people that are making genuine points concerning their land, the exploitation of their land? How do you compare that? But nonetheless, Nigerians see it and nothing. As long as it doesn't call for make sure that the Igbos are being marginalized, they are okay with it. I say the hatred of Igbo is killing Nigeria, and it will bury Nigeria. The hatred of Igbos. Please listen to this. He is a senator, Nigeria senator, soliciting for terrorists. Do you remember when the revelations of the military intelligence officer, high-ranking military intelligence officer, that terrorists has made Fulani terrorists, Islamic terrorists, they have made their way into the Nigerian government in high places. That people are going on kinetics, that is military use of force. But he's laughing. He was laughing at them. He said, no. The problem is not kinetic. The problem is the people in power. The people behind the sponsors of these bandits and Boko Haram. Today you are seeing it. Listen, please. Listen.
People are Nigerians. And I believe that Nigerian government has the capacity, the military, the security, have the capacity to deal with them immediately if so directed. If they are given the resources they require, the support and political will. But the collateral damages that will be associated with the actions that will be taken is what I believe should be avoided. If you send an...
Do you see? This man is talking about bandits. That no, Nigeria should not go to them with force, because it will cause collateral damage, and that is what they don't want. But in our own land, the Bubago Nigerian military, they will come to our land they will burn houses, the whole houses in a village. Voluntarily. Destroy and burn houses in a village, kill people, massacre people. That is not collateral, right? For nothing. Our so-called Igbo politicians, everybody is looking for what he will gain inside his pocket. Because, you know, the caliphate, they know them. They say Igbo politicians, they are all businessmen. Have you forgotten Kule Alhaji bugged or leaked the phone conversation? That they don't trust them. All of them are for money. They are businessmen. No, they are not politicians. Yes, an Igbo politician. Yes, if you add, they will ask them, how much? Just that question, how much? He will cool down and say, okay, I will get money, don't worry. And they will give him money. Money that comes from his land. They will bribe him with the money and to massacre, to do the dirty job. That is what is happening. But this man is soliciting. He said, no, Nigerian government should never go to hit bandits with brutal force, with military force, because of collateral damage. But how many of our houses, our markets are being destroyed every time by the Nigerian military, by the Nigerian forces? They send them Operation Python dance. How many people were massacred in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's home in 2017? 28. How many? And the others? But they don't care about collateral in our land, because we have nobody talking for us. All of them are businessmen. What matters to them is what they are going to gain. Now they ask them how much. You know, the caliphate know them as how much. How much politicians? How much? This one will come and talk. They say the caliphate know them. They say, don't worry, we know. Once he finish ranting as an Igbo politician, they will call him privately and say, Una, how much? They say you are talking melody, how much? And he will laugh. He say, yeah. He say, we know where you are going. Just name your price, so that no problem. They'll laugh, because that is how they know them, and this is who they are. Sellouts. All that matters to them is their own money, their own pocket, and that is why our land has been turned upside down. Nobody speaks for us. They will anchor their hope on this place. Now it's Johannes Ndibo hoping on British High Commissioner to develop Southeast. Instead of organizing symposiums going from state to state in Southwest, in Lagos, in Ondo, in Kanu, sensitizing our people awareness, organizing symposiums and conferences on the need for Igbos, for our people to return home and to build our home. They will not do it. Now it's Montgomery, British High Commissioner, promised them, I will help to develop Igbo land, Southeast. And all of Amaya Uku George, people. Why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't that small boy do that? When he saw that the Igbo politicians, they massacred their people, they brought money to rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for just a mere promise of Igbo presidency 2023. Who is talking about it today? Do they think that we are going to stop it? We are going to, from time to time, we will remind them, where is Igbo presidency 2023? The slaves. How much politicians? How much is who they are? This man is openly defending him, defending killers, terrorists, openly in a Nigerian television. Defending. Peter Obi said Biafra has died 52 years ago. Thinking that once he said that they will accept him and give him presidency as they promised. They laugh at him, say these people are fools. These are fools. Fools and fools forever. Where are they today? Do you hear any of them? All of them are hiding. Because they are ashamed of their actions. They are ashamed. They are from us, the people. They are ashamed even of the Fulani. They are ashamed of everybody. Because that is who they are. This man is openly calling for protecting the bandits. The terrorists. When you hear the bandits, it is a Fulani terrorist. Which they invited some of them from different countries, from Niger, from Mali, from different countries in Africa. Terrorists, hardcore terrorists. He's defending them. He's a Nigerian senator. Yerima. Continue listening. Mazi, I will bring you in, but please hold on a bit.
An aircraft now to where you identify the bandits. It's not only the bandits that will be affected. And if you recall, Mr. President Umar Musa Adwa had similar interaction with the militants in Niger Delta, and it was successful. So I believe.
Do you see how they compare the incomparable? They always compare Niger Delta militancy, but they don't tell people what are these people fighting for and what are the bandits fighting for. They want to convert everybody to rule Nigeria as a Wahhabi Islam, not even an ordinary Muslim country. No, Wahhabi Islamic country. That bad one, that bad type. That is why, according to news of today, July 5th, Deborah Samuel's suspected killers were charged to court for inciting and disturbance, got acquitted. Now, officially, although they are not inside court, they have not been inside jail. But today, those that incited and that killed Deborah, those people that we are, that stone Deborah Samuel to death. Those people that we are on social media bragging about it, they have been officially discharged and acquitted. That is what they want Nigeria to be. Now this man is defending them. If the bandits are trying to maybe say, okay, they want their country a separate Islamic country, it will be understandable. But they say everybody, Nigeria belongs to them, therefore everybody must bow and be converted to them. And this man is clamoring openly, not secretly. Nigerians, they don't need, Nigeria is no more a place whereby the caliphate hides to say their thing or do their thing. They openly do it because they know that Nigerians are useless set of zombies and Neanderthals. They cannot react. They have been beaten into a state of stupor. So, the Niger Delta militancy, they were clamoring for the resource control, which is their right also. It doesn't matter the mistakes and everything, but it is their right because the oil comes from our land and they are clamoring for a fair share, a fair deal. And the then president saw reason in it. Though these people should have continued, but how are you? How much? It's like that. Igbo man is average Biafra is like that. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and broke that cause of money mongering. Otherwise, Niger Delta militancy should have continued. I'm telling you, because what they are doing is justifiable. Is justified. Our land is being exploited. Our land made the Fulani Caliphate, all of these people, billionaires and trillionaires, make the Dangote and this Yoruba guy, Adenuga, all of them billionaires in dollars. But our people in coastal part of Biafra land are still going to stream, take water, drink water from where they poo. Do you see it? Now this man is openly comparing these two incomparable situations. Nobody is challenging him because they know that they have the house Dogonyo and Okuna Nigeria. Can Igbo politician come and talk? Come and talk. Have you ever seen where in all their statements, Igbo politicians, do they ever talk about IPOB? If you talk about IPOB, it seems that they, or they can let them disappear. Don't mention it in their place, in their name, near them. But this man is openly sitting down in front of camera, national camera, and talking about it. That, listen.
I believe that as Nigerians, if they are called upon by government, the major causes of this problem is poverty and ignorance. You cannot find an educated human being, properly educated human being who has something to do, to take his arm, a gun, to go and kill an innocent soul, just in the name of looking for food.
You see how they change the narrative, and Nigerian journalists don't challenge them, because if you challenge them, they will kill you. After from there, I don't blame them. Honestly speaking, I don't blame some Nigerian journalists because they don't feel safe. Because of the Nigerian people's character, no person protects them. Where is Delegiwa today? Do people still fight for Delegiwa? The answer is no. That one has gone and gone forever. So if they tell you, Anna, if I go challenge you, who will defend me? Nigerians, I beg, let everybody continue suffering. Nah, make I make my own money, I beg. Make I go die for Nigerians. That is the common talk in Nigeria. Otherwise, they should have questioned this man that, look, this thing you are talking about, poverty and ignorance. Of course, what ignorance? Nigeria is being controlled by the Northerners, by the Caliphate. Why do you render them poor? The population poor. Okay, what type of poverty? What of the shoe bomber? Have you forgotten? Some years back, the shoe bomber that is in jail in America today. Is he a poor person? Is he a poor man? All these things they are diverting people's attention to another thing, channeling people's attention, the way of thinking to another thing in a wrong way. They have a mission, and this man is one of the people Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists in the Nigerian government. They are doing their job. They are doing I think he was a former governor sometime, Yerima. Yeah. He is doing his job of defending his people. The people they put there. After all, Sheikh Gumi said those terrorists are their warriors. No person should kill them. No Nigerian president should even try to kill them. Openly, he talk about it. He said it. He said these are their warriors. That's why they take pictures with non-government terrorists armed to the teeth with all sorts of weapons. And nothing is happening. No person there say a word. Nigeria.
These people are having, very high level of poverty and ignorance. So if the government now comes up with a program of rehabilitation, just like they did in the issue of Boko Haram when the issue, was handled, I'm sure you will have a successful ending of this crisis. The economic policy that the government is planning, if you look at the documents of Renewed Hope, I'm sure by the time the implementation takes off properly, all these issues will be handled. The issue of Zamfara, like you rightly said, I'm now a father in Zamfara. And even Mr. President, in my interaction this morning, or this afternoon, has requested me to put my best to ensure that there is stability in the state. And that is what we are doing already. And by the grace of God, we will come together and you see that all the crises that are going on will be over. And I keep on saying that the best way to go about these bandits, handling the issue of bandits, should be introduction of dialogue first. But as I said, if that fails...
You see, dialogue with bandits, with terrorists. People that what they are fighting is to make that everybody should be Muslim. Terror, ideology. That is what they are fighting for. They are not fighting that there are wrongs that have been done to them. No. That why Nigeria should be a secular place or multi-religious place. No. It's not what they are fighting for. This man is defending them openly. And the Igbo politicians are not ashamed. Shameless people, as long as there is money. They don't give a damn. As long as there is money in their pocket. Or for them. Personal, their selfish interest. How much? Politicians, how much? Political, how much? That is what I'll be calling them. How much politicians? How much? Name your price. And they become happy.
Then the government will go all out to eliminate them. Why I say we should start discussing with them is to avoid the collateral damages that may come up if intensive and extensive military operations are directed. But that should be the last option. You look at World War I and World War II. The wars were not ended in the battlefield. They were ended on the table. They had to negotiate. So negotiation is part of governance. Once you negotiate with your enemies, you will end up pleasing them. Some of them, like I said, the reason for doing it are two: ignorance and poverty. So what you need to do is to identify what you can do to salvage these people and make sure that they are reintegrated back into society.
Two more questions.
Let me stop here. The thing goes on, but let me stop here. It's annoying, honestly. Mazi Ezekulie, please come in. When you say that we don't have no politicians, you are right. It is confirmed. And we're on a kurai. Mazi, can any Igbo politician openly come in a press conference in Nigeria and say, look, I am soliciting that you go and negotiate with IPOB, with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian government should go and negotiate. Forget, no, he's trying to separate. No, there is a reason why. We need to find out why he want to do that. We need to find out. Negotiate. No. Mazi Ezekulie, please come in. Come in, please.
Mazi, thank you for letting me in. Honestly speaking, I'm very, very ashamed. Very, very ashamed of what is happening in our land. A whole great Igbo. Ndi Igbo. Igbo Ndi Oma. Oh, very unfortunate. You see, this man is trying to be very, very clever. Even though I don't want to dwell on the issue about Nigeria, because the day Bola Ige, the Attorney General of Federation and Minister of Justice, was assassinated. Attorney General and Minister of Justice of Nigeria was assassinated while serving in the office in that capacity. And no investigation that has come out up to today. And the matter has been swept under carpet. And everything goes. That is the day I concluded that Nigeria is not a country. That anybody can die in the course of trying to either serve Nigeria or otherwise. Nigeria is not a country, mind you, fellow Biafran. Those of you who are gallivanting, want to go and build here, want to go and do it there in Nigeria, forgetting your own state, forgetting your own region, forgetting Igbo land. I think the handwriting is there on the wall. This man is protecting his own people because they learned what happened during Obasanjo era. Obasanjo was behind Niger Delta, what do I call it? Niger Delta kidnapping or whatever. Volunteer force, anything you call it. Obasanjo was behind it. Esere Dokubo is his boy. They know exactly what Nigeria is all about. That was why Obasanjo never slept at Asorok for one day. He went and bought Apache helicopter. Every morning he flew from Otafam to that particular place they call Asorok, Satan Rock. After finishing in the evening, he flew back to Otafam because there is something they know about Nigeria. They know. They know that Nigeria is not a country. So when Obasanjo left and Jonathan came in, let us forget a little bit about Yaredua. They dealt with Jonathan. They dealt with everybody. They bomb everybody. Everybody. They even bomb United Nations office in Abuja. They bomb churches. They bomb Abuja, what do you call it? Military church. Military headquarters in church that was there or that is there. They bomb everything until they make sure Jonathan is out. And they came in full force. And they establish this particular force as well to counter what Obasanjo did in Niger Delta axis. And today, of course, you have seen what has happened. Esere is back again. And so they are afraid. They are trying to negotiate for these particular soldiers, foreign machinery they have brought inside the country, for Tinubu not to touch them, so that they will remain there. They have all their weapons hidden somewhere. They will remain there. Negotiate with them as what? So they know what they are doing. The only people that doesn't know what they are doing is Igbo politicians. Politicians from old Eastern Nigeria are idiots. Complete idiots. They don't know anything. Including their bishops, including their pastors, including their reverend fathers. They are all idiots. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. Self-preservation, they don't know about it. Instead, they fight themselves. Instead, they fight themselves. I don't blame that man. First principle of life is man, don't know thyself. They want to protect themselves. For 8 years, they have been ravaging the country. Killing, maiming, doing all sorts of things. I mean, nobody said anything. And now he is pleading with Tinubu not to do anything with them. There is a threat, oh, it's a kind of threat. If Tinubu,
you are right.
It's a threat.
It's a polite threat.
It's a threat. It's threatening Tinubu. It's not pleading. He's threatening Tinubu because they know that Tinubu, if he tries to do anything, the same way they bomb out Jonathan is the same way they bomb him out. And our Eastern politician will be gallivanting for maybe if they bomb Tinubu out, maybe they will put to somebody there. Maybe P2B will come in. Because as far as obedience are concerned, they still hope that their Jesus will still come back to be in Sorok. So I don't blame that man because they are trying to protect themselves. They know Nigeria was not created for the good of the people inside. They know everything. They know completely. I love that man that is talking.
Mazi is protecting his people. That is how it's supposed to be. In the Nigeria setting, that is how it's supposed to be. Any Igbo, Mazi, if we see any Igbo politician that radically enter into conference room, facing the camera and start talking like this, defending IPOB, Mazi, what will happen in the whole of Biafra land will be, even people will march to go and protect him if he's in Abuja directly, immediately, to go say and protect him. They don't know that.
You remember that the Mossad boys, when Obasanjo removed, I keep saying this thing, when Obasanjo removed the security of Ngige, police security, and Ngige was kidnapped. Many people have forgotten about this thing. Some business politicians are talking nonsense, going around talking nonsense. They have just forgotten this thing that happened a few years back. That this same Obasanjo removed the police security of a governor, even if he rigged the election. After all, he was the one that rigged the election against P2B. And then they decided not to comply with their own arrangement. And then he was trying to develop Anambra State. It was built because the first problem we have in Anambra was there is no road. There was no road in Anambra whatsoever. Oka Road, Oguta Road, 6th Avenue, Fege, all the whole Fege, Mpo Old Road, going to Oka, Okokoko, any other place you can, there is no road. Ngige put it as a priority, was developing the place. And what happened? They removed his security. And he was kidnapped.
Sitting governor. A sitting governor.
A sitting governor was kidnapped. And it doesn't make sense to anybody up to today. People are talking nonsense. A sitting governor was kidnapped. By who? Huh. Why do you remove his security? What do you want him to do? And by then he has not gotten this what you call vigilante. He was doing things fast so that he can be able to solve some major problem we have in that place. And he went to borrow from Wazirike through the advice of the man that was crying in Senate House. Yes, because Ojuzo told him, you see that Obasanjo is a son of the beach. He did the same thing to him. And he went to Wazirike and rented. That is why he was able to complete his tenure. So you just go there. He went there and rented. These are his Igbo brothers. And this boy came in. They were doing the work they were asked to do perfectly okay. There was security in Anambra. I must tell you that because I was there. And they went and arrested Wazirike, the bubble boss. Nobody to contact them, no more chain of command, no more command and control. It was the same Obasanjo that arrested Wazirike And what happened? The whole chain of command destroyed.
Mazi, is it not what they want to do to IPOB today?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
we will
yes.
come to that. Go on. We will come to that. Go on.
Okay. I'm just trying to arrange a story, something to back up what we are, this particular issue of this man. Because that issue that happened within Ngige, we have to be remembering it. It's a very strong issue. A sitting governor was kidnapped and his security was removed. How do you want him to stay there? This man rented people because Wazirike was training thugs. We just used the name Mossab. No, you should have used a different name and not Mossab. And then you are renting. It is not, after all, Esere Dokubo rented. He told us that his boys are coming to Abuja to protect the swearing in of the president. He said it, and his boys was there in Abuja. Nobody trusts Nigerian military, Nigeria port, because Nigeria is not a country. You can't trust that such a mixture of strange beds, strange people from different angles. Both the Boko Haram, both the bandit, the terrorists. What of it they kill you? No. You just look for somebody who have a complete training, reach agreement with him, and then he give you people that can give you the protection. So if I look at Udokubo and look at Tiribu, they did the right thing. I am not sentimental, because you have to protect yourself, because they know the country is rotten. It is not even a country. And so what happened? The painful part of it is that when finally this man that speaks like a woman, he thinks he can deceive people like us. When he came in finally, instead of negotiating with this boy, this is the man. This man is trying to tell the new government to please negotiate with these particular people. Don't kill them. Our politician, Peter Obi, I keep repeating, he said he is not negotiating with anybody, that they should leave the state, and he beckoned Obasanjo, the same man that rigged him out. He beckoned on him, give me military. Without rule of engagement. Didn't even contact the members of House of Assembly, because he was quarreling with them that time. So for him, he's a bloody dictator. He's a complete dictator. Oh my God. It's very unfortunate. We don't have politicians. We don't have people that knows about how politics is being played. They look at every opportunity how to make money and enrich themselves more, even though they are already rich. But I think when one is not contented with what he has, he's still a poor man. When you are not contented with what you have, you are even a more criminal than any other person, because you have to keep even stealing from somebody. And so Obasanjo gave him military, and he wiped these people off. Throw some of them inside the Isu River. The innocent people that was moving on their own was killed. It didn't shake him. Nothing happens to him. He doesn't shake. And they stayed there for all 8 whole years. 365 days multiplied by 8. He never did. He did nothing. He went to Egypt trying to negotiate, see how Egypt was getting their life. When you were 8 years in office, why didn't you build one dam? Why didn't you build one electricity generating house somewhere when we have water here and there? No. Why didn't he build an airport? Why didn't he build the seaport? He doesn't care. He was there stealing his own money. He tell you, I didn't steal money from you. What do you mean you didn't steal money? You stole money. You went and organized with your members how to sell bank shares. and you left the office as a governor. You come to radio and television, begin to announce to people to go and buy shares. Our people were deceived. They went and bought shares. Nobody knows that he was the chairman of Fidelity Bank. And some fools and gullible came to me and tell me to go and buy that. This man will finish all of you. They said, what? After all this exercise of bank share, you will become poor. Go and write it today. I told so many of them. At the end of what happened? From 32 naira ordinary share, 0. Everything collapsed. Some of them 50 million, 30 million, 25 million. The fellow that came to tell me about going to buy share, he lose 24 million naira. Some pastors, some of them lose 5 million, 2 million, 5, all of them. They lost all the money. And who was the beneficiary of this money? Go and check. There was no investigation. Nothing happened. And everything fitted into thin air. So, what I'm trying to say here is that the politician we have in our place are businessmen, self-centered monkeys who are after their pocket. That's all. No more, no less. You slaughter your people. Look at what is happening in Imo State. The structure Rochas Okorocha put in place for 8 years. They brought you in from Supreme Court. You did not contest election in the first place. Because I remember when this quarrel between Okorocha and Hope was raging on, what do you call the most ugliest man, called Oshi Osumole, came to Imo State trying to resolve this problem. It wasn't possible. He now announced that we hereby conclude that APC doesn't have candidate in Imo State, and he left. So it was between PDP and any other party that was there, including the one Rochas formed newly to put his in-law. He did not contest election. All of a sudden, he became governor. Becoming governor, he wants to pull down the entire structure. And this structure are Igbo people put in place here and there since 4 years, since 3 years, and Hope has been fighting civil war in Imo State. He will beckon Nigeria government, bring me a military helicopter, bring me military. But they keep bringing down. Not be Igbo, let them kill themselves. And the people were dying. This is Igbo man for you. This is Eastern politician for you. What of Mwike? What of Mwike? The same thing. During ENSAS, he slaughtered our people at Obibo. He slaughtered, up to today, most of our people are in detention in the northern part of Nigeria. Eastern politicians, I don't know what really happened to them. Mazi, let me just stop here a little bit.
Let us continue. I want to play just some parts in what Mazi Chinasanworu earlier on said. Now we talk about it before the lines will be opened. Please listen. There is a very pertinent question he asked, and I want to reiterate on it. You understand? Before we continue to what happened, what the Nigeria government sponsored criminality that is going on in some part of our land today. Listen to Mazi Chinasanworu, please. Listen.
His leadership launched the sit at home, Monday sit at home. Do we have reason? Yes. Do we have a way out for it? Yes. Only that you see the criminals, the siblings of Onyendu, and one of the ambulance lawyers came and plotted this. We have a reason. When Nnamdi Kanu was brought, rendition from Kenya, There was a serious health issue. He was facing a serious health issue from the doctor he received in Kenya. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was brought here on 25th of July 2021, they were supposed to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. They refused to bring him to court. People travel wide and far, came to the court. They refused to bring him to the court. They refused to lawyers to bring him, to even visit him. From 25th of July till 8th of August, how many days? We are talking about 2 weeks. Nobody could see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we were getting information that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not, from the women in America, that he is not going to, because they were telling people, forget that he's not going to stay more than 2 weeks. Surely he will die. With all this intelligent report, the IPOB leadership decided to put a Monday sit at home. Chinasa Saworu was the one who came on air and announced this sit at home by the authority vested on me. The day the sit at home started on 8th of August, that was the day they allowed the barristers and some people to make on that 8th of August. These days we don't forget. That was the day they allowed the lawyer, the day the sit at home started, because we gave Nigeria 2 weeks. If we don't see Onyendu when we put the sit at home, that was the day. And that was the day they started to attack the sit at home. Every one of you knew what happened. But I want every Biafran now to open his eyes, open your ears, and be the judge. When the leadership was saying, allow this sit at home, we will manage it, we know what we plan, we know how we know the exit plan, we know how we are going to exit from the sit at home. When we say Monday, they refuse. Every day, the siblings of Onyendu was on social media, every media platform, shouting Chinasa Saworu and Chike Doziem that they don't obey Onyendu, that Onyendu said they should cancel sit at home. Onyendu said they should. They continue. Every kind of threat was coming from them. The lawyers, some of them were coming on social media, writing that Onyendu said we should stop sit at home. But today, I want to ask every Biafran, these people that were attacking the leadership, asking the leadership, Onyendu said, I want you people to ask them one question now. Ask them, are they not seeing Onyendu again? Are they not telling Onyendu that somebody, an infiltrator, somebody he thought who came to the struggle is now putting sit at home? I know that the messages have been given to them. Have you ever heard one of them, especially that stupid one in Germany? Have you ever heard him coming to shout against this criminal that Onyendu says stop sit at home? Have you ever heard them? Have you ever seen the lawyers coming to write on social media, Onyendu said that sit at home should stop? These are the questions I want all of you to be asking them now.
Yes. You know, when Mazi Saworu said this, even I myself, I chuckled. I say, yes. Exactly. Yes. You know, what is happening, it is not something anywhere absurd in a fighting of this magnitude. But sometimes it makes you think twice. I could remember vividly when they were attacking, when they attacked the initial sit at home, which was called by the DOS. I could remember. You know, the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hey, why you are disobeying Mazi? You obey Mazi Onyendu. I could remember the day our HOD made the announcement of stopping that Monday sit at home. Personally, he had to do it. That man is a gentleman, honestly. If not, I interacted with him after privately after he made the announcement on Asude, because he has to. It's an order. Because of the pressure. and the other came from above, directly from Onyendu, due to the attack of the siblings. Now, what is going on in our land today? They continue using this sit at home to commit different crimes. You don't see these same people attack it again. Saying Onyendu says, to the extent Onyendu have to bravely talk the only time we had him talk on camera from court, that he want peace in Biafra land, that we should never be killing those that we are fighting for. That is why he is there in the DSS dungeon. That he want peace. Everywhere joy. Till today, you see what is happening. They are killing our people. This government sponsor the criminals are killing our people. What baffles me is this. You don't see these Onyendu siblings coming and shouting on social media, oh, that Onyendu said that these people should stop, oh, that they kept quiet. There is something going on. There is something going on. Let me talk to people to whom it may concern. You have no excuse. You know, ignorance is not an excuse in the court of law. Oh, because I didn't know that this is a breaking of law now in the court. Now you expect, because of your ignorance, for the judge to set you free as you have committed that crime. It's impossible. Because if it's like that, everybody will feign ignorance. It is your duty to understand, because you are a human being. You should deduct things. You see some of those criminals coming to confess, to talk, say, oh, we didn't know. But people have died. People have died. Now, when you talk about what is going on in our land, how can you be fighting for a people, to rescue a people, and you are killing them? Sit at home has never been enforced physically by IPOB. Never. We appeal to the conscience of our people, because what our people need is conviction. And that is why here on Radio Biafra, we keep on convincing our people, making our points beyond reasonable point, or beyond reasonable doubt. Making our points beyond reasonable doubt, so that people will reason. Now, because we know that our people, when our people can reason. But there are some that block their mind due to one thing or the other: money, or hatred, or any other thing only them knows. Now, when somebody tell you that, look, sit at home, you have to go and enforce it to destroy our people, our mothers and wives and our sisters, and our people, our men, shoot them, kill them in order to... We are not like that. Let me tell you what the government, Nigerian government, wants to obtain, of which I commented about it in a place, because even I think a Nigerian newspaper carried it and started talking about that is ESN, IPOB. They know this is their point. They know that this is why they recruited that infiltrator. Do this now, leave every other thing for us. We are the government. Mazi, as Kulie said before, when they kidnapped, arrested Waziri, Nigerian government, now all hell broke loose, because there was no strong structure. You know, before you in building a house, you lay a structure. It's not all the ordinary walls you are seeing. There are things inside the wall, irons, that will hold beams and irons, that will hold the house in case of anything. Otherwise, the thing will just collapse. That is structure. As we human beings, our structure, our main structure is the skeleton, the bones connected. We have bones that are connected from our foot or our feet to our skull. Everything is connected. That is what keeps us. Otherwise, we'll be like mollusk without bone. We cannot walk now. I cannot miss army. That is the structure. Owazirike didn't, he didn't build a strong structure. When you are doing something and everything is centered on you, because you every morning you control everything. But once you are taken out, finish. That organization, that movement collapses because everything is centered on you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know this. That is why he built a structure. So that in his absence, it doesn't matter how things shake, the structure will remain. Do you see smartness? When you are being praised, oh, you are our savior. If you are not smart, you will not build any structure. You think that all and all, and you don't know that you are just building a castle on 18A. Once you are being removed, everything collapses. The same way obedient collapses today. Do you see people doing anything? Obedient collapsed. Before. Hey, we are obedient. We are everywhere. We are in Abuja. We are in Kanu. We are the people that sabi. Atiku. Tinubu told them, saying, these are nuisance. They don't have structure. They didn't understand what that thing means. They think that they thought that it's making noise. Oh, whoa. No. That is the same way they took IPOB. That way, I could remember when they say we are noisemakers, social media noisemakers. They didn't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is wise. IPOB is wise. Secretly underground is building structures, solid structures. So that if something happens, that is why when they say, hey, the DOS have sold Mazi, I say, do they know what they are talking? If they thought that DOS is in one place, one country, there are many members of DOS in different countries. Any person that goes to collect money, he did it on his own. He didn't affect the whole structure at all. He's on his own. After all, Madam Eriwa was part of DOS. He's gone. Did it affect anything? Another person, I don't want to mention his name, he was a member of the DOS. He's gone. What happened? So, the structure of IPOB is unshakable. Highly unshakable. That is what I want the Nigerian government to understand. If you go meet this person maybe a member of DOS in America, okay, you bribe him. Okay, let's assume. What does he have to do with somebody in Australia? What does he have to do with somebody in other part? The four corners of this world, we have DOS everywhere. What impacts? Nothing. So, when they kidnapped Owazirike, everything, people now outside, they profited. They say, nah, this man have been blocking us. He's all and all. He don't want us to see even money, to see nothing. No, I beg. People that has gone started kidnapping. No more command and control. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said this struggle is under command and control. Direct. Do you see smartness? Do you see the generation of IPOB? What I'm talking to the Nigerian government, that they should understand what IPOB means. They call those social media noisemakers. We are not obedient, so you see obedient immediately. You think that they will blow. They will when they rig their vote. When they steal their vote, all of them, the structure will force everybody come out and they'll turn Nigeria upside down. Whose side? The bloggers that made money using obedience, they are now doing blind dates. They are now doing different things, pranks on on their platforms, because there was no structure. IPOB structure to resist. Even more than 9 this thing on Richter scale. Earthquake. We are structured in order for resistance. That is why They are now using the criminals in order to put. Are you putting 7 days sit at home? For what? Do you see, during the COVID-19, people were forced to stay indoors. And people were revolting. Only in other countries they are paying. They are paying everybody. They are bringing food, yes. But in Nigeria, people were passed through different types of suffering because of staying at home, sitting indoors, doing nothing. People that without working, they can, if they go sell from what they get for the day, they will buy food and eat. But you see these criminals coming out to destroy, kill, shooting on camera, shooting at people that they're supposed to protect. And you think that this is normal? Is the Nigerian government to work? This is intelligent work. We understand. What they want to do is like what people are saying, commenting on social media. No, this is the type of Biafra you want us to get. Now, where we are killing ourselves. Now, I will not be part of this Biafra. They want the people to revolt against IPOB for what we don't do. That is why they are using these idiots. The Nigerian government is handling him, sponsoring him to be doing this. Now we will use our media in order to be putting it on IPOB. Is IPOB doing this? Is IPOB killing? Look, oh, you Igbos, you don't love yourself. Look at how you are. Look at the video is going viral. You don't love yourself. That is what they want to achieve. Because they thought that IPOB, they have tried different ways to bring IPOB down. They tried the blackmail in order to bring the leadership down, because then they know that they believe that once the DOS is down, no more. Everybody to your tent, O Israel. First of all, they were thinking they were giving an assurance. Their internal agents gave them assurance that once you rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's over. Igbo man, hey, it's over. This one, Mazi Chinasamoru, will take over and take his own group. This one will follow the other side. Finish, we do them like what we did Wazirikan is gone, it's done. You know, they thought that renditioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the center of gravity of this struggle. Exactly. Now once he is out to finish, Igbo people, yeah, Igbo people, they don't understand that we are a different breed in the whole four corners of this planet Earth. That is why we are clamoring to going back to our roots, because that is what is holding us. If you call this person now, make we go on, soldier on, don't go back, for goodness sake. Because if we go back, so we continue encouraging each other, and we continue moving on, and we continue moving on, and we shall never stop. Let it be known to the Nigerian government. All these things they are playing is prank. They are playing pranks. I'm telling you honestly. But our people should stop falling for this. All these criminals, as Mazi Chinasamoru have said, they will be all gotten. Because they are the agents of our enemies. The Nigerian government, the caliphate, they are using them. Some of them don't know. Some of the lower foot soldiers, they don't even know. Oh, they are fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are fighting. You don't know that you are being used in order to continue putting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in that place without being released. You don't know. And the so-called siblings that we are shouting, leave Monday sit at home at the first time. Where are they today? You see them talk about against what is happening, because they had deal with that criminal. If they venture talk against him in one way, he will bring out their deals, their secret deals and pacts. He will bring it out. That is why they are afraid. They can never talk, because it's part of the agenda. All they want to do is to destroy IPOB leadership, so that IPOB will be delivered. They will deliver IPOB to Nigerian politicians and say, I have done my part. Oh yeah, Where my money? My millions of dollars. Oh yeah, you say, that is what they want. And before you know, they will be promoted to maybe run for one political office in their community or in their village. Little did they know that this is not what we bargain for. All of us, we are at alert watching, protecting this hallowed platform, this movement with our blood. The last drop of our blood, we will do it. We will do it. So there is nothing like a sit at home. 7 days sit at home. For what? For what? You are suffering our people. For what? Any Nigerian media projecting it or showing it that it is IPOB, these are planned job. We know all these things. I have said this. People don't understand the experiences we have in this our scavenging abroad everywhere in the world. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu managed to gather us under one family. People, that is the dread, the highest dread of Nigeria. They don't know that. They think that we are just pushovers. You don't know the experiences. Like Mazi said the other time, that every one of us is you are being disturbed as an institution. You are paying for this, you are paying for that, you are being disturbed for this, and we have one single route which we have to remove ourselves, relieve ourselves of this suffering. And somebody will come to mess around, mess it around for us. No, all of us will die there. All of us. I got on with the person. So Nigerian government, they are making mistake. Heavy mistake they are making. I'm telling you honestly. They have made mistake. Their highest mistake is this renditioning of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Had it been maybe even before when he was broadcasting that early time, 2012, 2013, they collaborated with the British government and go and kill him, poison Noya quietly. We would have said no problem. But the highest mistake is allowing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to continue broadcasting and waking us up from all over the four corners of this world. And they thought that they would just destroy it with blackmail, with their internal stooges, with their agents. No, they are lying. I know, one of us, we are here. Do you know what it means to be in every place, the 400 and something countries? Do you know what it means? Do you know our experiences? Do you know we have been looking for ways of removing ourselves from the suffering we are suffering? Because an average Biafran, an average Igbo man is living abroad, is suffering. Not because had it been it's only him, he can live fine, live normal life. But phone calls from home, he is making a every time bad news. So, and somebody will come to joke with us with this IPOB. I'm telling you, all of us we perish here. That's it. The person, they never born the person. They never born the person. So all these comedians, they are using them to kill our own people. IPOB, we never kill our own. They sit at home that has been started right from time. It is not enforced physically. Our leader have been the first this thing 30th May, sit at home. I think it was either 2014. No person, if I'm not mistaken, no person enforced it. People gladly collaborated, gladly, because that is who we are. But when you go out, they start shooting people. Now people will turn against you. They know that. That is why they are telling those their agents in order to do that to our people, so that our people will rise up and be against IPOB. No, we know. Before you go one step, we are 7 steps ahead of you. Mazi, please come in before we open the lines. Come in, please.
Yes, Mazi and fellow Biafrans. I want to point out something very, very critical here. You see, from the day Mazi was rendition to Nigeria, and the story that follows, and those who are privy to the arrest in Kenya, and those who kept it secret, and at the end of the day, he appeared in Nigeria after 8 days. And that same day, he appeared in court. We saw him. I was, there is noise in their outside. Okay. And he appeared in court that same day. Lo and behold, it was our leader indeed. And then we waited for another day of appearing in court. There was no sign. And so the strong voice of Mazi Chinasamuru blast the air, boom, 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 that we want to see sign of life. Told Nigeria government, if nothing is done, this is what we will do. Immediately, he put up that very particular sit at home. Next thing that followed was Kanu begins to put some blockage towards that particular order given. Tell us about the exam, the NECO, and every other thing. So as an elderly man I am, I begin to suspect something. I begin to look at something there. What is his interest? Such a man, leaders of over 70 million people, is arrested, rendition, even that word rendition did not even come to our mind because we never know. Nigeria government did not follow the due process. It was later on we begin to understand what Nigeria government really did, that it was against the international law for them to do what they did. And so, Kanunta begins to, coming into this matter, begin to quell our effort to react to such an insult. I mean, and at the end, we managed to do sit at home that particular day. And we wanted to continue. We never know. When he was rendition, some people have prepared themselves. Some group of people have prepared themselves to take over the leadership of IPOB. That is what I find out. Some people have prepared themselves to take over the leadership of IPOB. Because I understand that the greater number of IPOB leadership never knew his whereabouts until he appeared in Nigeria. Such a thing leaves some questionable questions to answer. But then, the member of DOS pick up courage, knowing fully well what has been committed to their hand. Here is on air. But let me just put a little thing. I foresee certain things that should have been done. Because you remember that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition and put in jail, there are some people who are still communicating with DSS, which nobody knows. And these are people that are doing this thing today. So it is like they want to destroy that structure he put in place. Because that structure is a very stumbling block. And they have tried it and tried it and tried it and tried it in so many ways. It is not forthcoming, destroying. They begin to proliferate, what I call proliferation of leadership. You now have another one group led by somebody, another group, all of a sudden, the finance, head of finance and the Kanu move out to another group. This is the handwork of Nigerian government. Of course, they know the consequence of extra rendition. It is the leadership of IPOB they are trying to destroy. But it has been proven that that leadership is indestructible. It is completely indestructible. And therefore, this same Kanu who comes to tell us about NECO exam, that we should not, because he has discovered that this particular sit at home is a very powerful weapon. And those who have been visiting without the member of DOS as of that time don't even know what may be happening there, the information they are giving to him. And some people take advantage. That is what is happening today. It's very unfortunate. I don't want to mention the name of this guy. And I have never mentioned his name. Because what he's doing is very, very detrimental. He is not interested in Biafra restoration. He is just interested in destroying everything. Because maybe he felt he should be leading. Maybe the leader of this struggle will eventually end up there, and another group like Uwazurike will now come up with some Nollywood show, like Uwazurike and all the rest of them. They have failed. They have failed. They have failed. The day I heard the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I know he is the one to deliver us from Nigeria. And he is the one. They cannot do anything about that. Let them try more. They cannot do anything about this. We are getting our independent Biafra that had been existing. Biafra, Britain wants to extinguish, kill 5 million, more than 5 million, and since then they have been killing. They look the other way and look at us as fools. And then today, somebody with strong determination have come out, and you want to play on our intelligence. I look at myself as a dead man. I don't consider myself as a living man. Those who consider themselves as living, congratulations to you. But first, personally, I look at myself as a dead man. I'm only waiting for the D-Day. Let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and allow Igbo people, allow Biafrans to go. Let us stay on our own and develop our country the way civilized was supposed to be. Not living in a jungle called Nigeria where there is no law. How can you have a country that there is no law? You make constitution, you don't respect it. You make law, you don't respect it. How can you live in such a country? Do you call yourself a human being? You only find such a thing in the animal kingdom where there is no law. Animal doesn't have law. Even though they have some natural law. Some animal knows how not to encroach to lion den. But in our own case, we have no law. And people want to live there. A country that does not respect their law. A country that assassinated Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation. And there is no investigation. You want to live there? For what? Are you a human being? You want to keep that country as one to do what? To develop, to give lives, to give hope to who? Every day people are dying. East, west, north and south, people are dying. No account, no investigation. Now somebody is pleading for bandit not to be touched, that they should negotiate with bandit after killing millions and millions of people, destroying farms, destroying families. What type of thing is this? Let them quietly give us Biafra. We are not joking. I did not come here in this Radio Biafra to joke. I've seen the war. I have seen that war, 1966 to 1970 war. I was there. I was in the war front. Between High School, High School, the permanent camping of Nigerian army. We do wrecking there. So, we are not joking. I consider myself a dead man as I'm talking. I have seen it all. I have enjoyed the best part of my life. We need freedom for our unborn generation. We need to organize ourselves. Britain should stop disorganizing us. He brought that little boy to come and talk about rebuilding Southeast. Are you rebuilding it when you are the one that instigated the civil war in the first place, that destroyed the Igbo people, destroy our culture, destroy everything about us? Tell Nigeria to give us one pound. Tell Nigeria after you disable Ojukwu for the 3 hours, you still go ahead to tell them not to implement it. You overthrow one government, put Murtala Mohammed. Overthrow Murtala Mohammed, put Obasanjo. Obasanjo put Shehu Shagari. 4 years. The same Britain overthrow it because they see progress coming. And then you hand it over to military. And you overthrow the military. You put another one. You overthrow. You put another one. You overthrow. Let me ask, is Britain not ashamed? Are they not? Are they? What? I don't understand. I can't understand. Is this Britain not ashamed? Or is it because nobody is telling them to their face? I think that might be the problem. Because if this little boy can walk down to eastern Nigeria, Enugu, and met a man, an inglorious man called Iwanyang, with his inglorious past president of the so-called Ohaneze. The man went to Iguacha, Port Harcourt, to go and congratulate Mwike, sang and dance for killing his people without shame in his face. He come to take picture. They wore this man Isiagu, and none of them was able to put on Isiagu. And you know the meaning of Agu, the king of the jungle. So that boy become an Agu, and you people become an ordinary Eru. Iwanyangu, our people whom you instigated to vote for Peter Obi at Lagos, and not vote for Tinubu, and not done voting for Sanwo-Olu. You were there, gallivanting. Our people made the greatest mistake of their life, throw away their vote to inglorious Peter Obi. And the destruction was coming. Everywhere was burning in Lagos for reaction of what that political mistake. Why don't you tell them in the first place to vote for Sanwo-Olu, not to change that government in place, because that is the person that will protect their interests. You are not a good politician. If you are a good politician, you should advise our people in Lagos as the so-called the hopeless and the inglorious Ohanese. You tell our people in Lagos, since you know we developed Lagos, please, interest, vote for Tinubu. He said, what did you do? through your hopeless religion organization, Catholic Church, you went and instigated them to close Alaba International. They close it, asking anybody that is coming there, if you don't show your PVC, you are not coming to Alaba. You think Yorubas are fools? You think Yorubas are fools? They are not fools. That's okay. Of course, when they enter into power, what happened? They say, go to. This kind of thing will not happen again. If we allow these people to exercise this type of power by closing this market, you have the got to close the market, because you people must show you PVC. And so anybody that you will now dictate whom to vote for. It's no more democracy. The religion organization and some governmental officials in the south have hijacked trade union, including Nigeria, have hijacked trade union. That's supposed to be on themselves. They're supposed to not to indulge in any political party. They hijack them, begin to use them. And you were able to hijack the whole market, built by Ndibo, through their own effort. You hijack them because you want them to vote for P2B once you get Lagos and Abuja. We have paid a very high price for that nonsense Iwanyangu did. And when Alaba International was finally brought down, because they have to bring that place down so that they will be able to get into that market to control it, so that such a thing will not happen again in future, because you have taught them a lesson that because you control that market, you can as well close it at your will. And so they did unthinkable. And maybe from the idea of an Igbo man, because remember, this our brother called what do you call the man of Nnewi? Why do I forget his name? Senator Ifeanyi Uba. When he was contesting for political to become governor, he was chased away from Anambra State. Anywhere you go, they will sing to him, Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. They say, Onye to vote on Abugwa Hausa. Onye to vote on Abugwa Hausa. He ran away from Anambra State. He came to Lagos. The same Alaba. The same treatment was meted to him. They were singing to him. In fact, at the time, he joined in singing. And he lost that election. Somebody else won. And now, this same group of people, why that man they sang about him is still in jail. They've now exchanged him to P2B. That was the greatest political error, mistake. Very, very deadly one they made. And they are paying very big price for that. Being gullible, being myopic is a very dangerous game to play in this life. Gullible and myopic. Our people are very gullible and myopic. You forgot the Nnamdi Kanu that is still in detention. And you chose Fafalon, a butterfly, in the place of Nnamdi Kanu. That was the day you destroy yourself in Lagos. At the end of the day, Tinubu came in. Sanwo-Olu still came in. And what is happening? You, Iwanyangu, when our people were crying and weeping in Lagos, you told them, the governor of Anambra State told them, come back home. Every other person told them, come back home and begin to develop your own state. Since you have developed Lagos, they now chase you away, begin to destroy your property. You have developed Abuja, the same thing. Why don't you go back home? Iwanyangu, you, Iwanyangu, are you listening to me? Your fellow elder is talking to you. You told them not to come back to develop their state. You told them, I look at you. Whom are you working for? You told them not to come back. Let them stay in Lagos. The same you is receiving British ambassador at Enugu, the capital of all Eastern Nigeria. He came to tell you how to join hand in developing Southeast. How do you develop Southeast? Does government develop a state? No, it is individual. You encourage individual by putting electricity, waters, and the good roads. And they come in and develop everywhere. Government does not develop anywhere. Neither the British government. What would they come to do there? You were so much impressed by taking picture with that small boy. You were talking. He want to join you in developing Southeast. And you believe him. You are a fool. You only believe it. If in the next 8 years of agony we are about to enter, our people start today to come back home. By the next 8 years, we will build Dubai in the whole Eastern region. We will make it a beautiful place. Now that government has said any area that wish to produce the electricity, because the electricity is the backbone of development. Without electricity, without light, you walk in darkness. The white man knows the meaning of electricity, and they make it available. If they come back home with the recent law passed by this particular government of Tinubu, that we can now produce our own light, in the next 8 years, everything we live in Lagos will be abandoned there when we make a new life. What does it take? The pain is just for a moment. Just go to your father's house and remain there. And once we come out in number, we confront all those charlatans and idiots that are roaming about. Because nature abhors vacuum. You left all the villages and towns, all of them are empty. You are there in Lagos struggling with the Yoruba land. Are you stupid? Mazi, I think, let me leave that side a little bit. What happened is that they want to take advantage because they have prepared themselves. When our leader was in detention in Kenya, they were preparing themselves to take over the leadership. The only thing that remains, if they have laid hand on the radio Biafra, that is where they could have done their worst.
Mazi, that is and what they wanted to do through the sibling help of the sibling of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That, as Mazi Chinasanworu said, that stupid one in Germany. They are the people.
Yes.
Go on.
Yes.
Go on.
So the issue is that they wanted to take over the leadership, but they never know. You know, many of them doesn't listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I listen to all his broadcasts from A to Z. If that man has made up to 800 broadcasts, I listen to all of them. You're surprised? I listen to all of them. Everything he said, I remember all of them. He says so much, so many things. He even called our people Ndi Anyofo, Ndi Ekono. In fact, he says so many bad things about our people, Ndibo. Ntajanya. He nearly despises us the way he talks because he painstakingly study us the way we behave. They want to take over the leadership of IPOB and turn it into Wazirike struggle. It wasn't possible. Now they want to rubbish everything. How can somebody come out and declare 7 days after our people suffered buying your money with your money? The exchange they did that time, the other time, few days ago, people suffered. Many families died. I was buying food. Personally, I was buying anybody I will remember. I will send money. They will buy food stuff through the exchange, through any means. I will send to many families. My family member was going through every nook and corner, sending food stuff, putting it, doing some webbing, so that people I know will not die. Some people that hated me, that did so much wrong thing to me, I sent surprise food to them. They say, what do you mean? This man. So you can remember, I say, yes. I want to tell you, this world there's nothing here. We should show love to each other. And so these people that have suffered and are still suffering, because it is not as if the suffering has stopped. Go and see the rate of death in our land. Hunger everywhere. You want to keep them in the house for 7 days. Did you provide anything for them? Why Kanu is not talking? Why is he not talking? Why is he not talking? You want to take over leadership because
his concentration is on DOS. Everything is DOS. DOS do this. DOS do that.
He wants to take the leadership. He wants to take the leadership.
Is the next of kin now.
For him. He can never smell there. He will never do that. In fact, the struggle is almost coming to the whining. That is why we see all this thing coming. We are getting our independence very soon. Very soon. Very, very soon. We are getting our independence. And that is why they are running helter-skelter. They are running helter-skelter. They are putting finishing touch. They are putting every other thing, every other wages. But it is not possible. Nnamdi Kanu will restore Biafra to us. And then be able to lay the foundation which we can build a very formidable nation where things work for our children unborn, for the next generation to come. Just like the Western country, the Japan, and all the rest of the progressing world have done to themselves. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is to do for us. So let them not waste their time. All those things they are doing is a waste of time. They cannot stop this particular movement. It is highly impossible. We have gone a long way. We have gone a long way. We have gone a long way. We are almost on the finishing touch. Mazi, let me just stop so far so that you can continue.
There were Mazi, we must continue. I say the Nigerian government, the caliphate, they didn't know how prepared we are. If they know, I'm telling you, they will stop this and just all this. They are pranks. I call it comedy. They are playing. They are expensive comedies. They'll stop it and negotiate it and for referendum. That is the only thing. Because what we are doing is self-determination. It is legal. It is legal even under Nigeria constitution. It is legitimate.
It is legal.
It is legit. It is
legal. We are not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, we are not doing anything wrong. That's why, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu confidently said that they can never jail me in the Nigerian court. Because you know that what we are doing is legal. Self-determination, both under international law. United Nations Charter is there. Nigerian Constitution is there. Nigeria is a signatory to the United Nations Charter. And that's why Nigeria is enjoying the Westphalian Sovereignty Agreement as a sovereign country. So what are they not telling? What are they not saying? Why should Nigeria, Nigeria government negotiate with terrorists? The Fulani terrorists that come from all over Africa in order to make Nigeria a Fulani country. Nigeria government is being pushed into negotiating with them. Whereas people that are legitimately fighting for freedom, for what belongs to us, they say no, kill them, destroy them. They say that bombing any place in the north, bombing terrorists in the north, it will destroy the flora, the environment, the flora and fauna of
it will be a collateral damage.
Now we say collateral. They use the flora and fauna. Yes.
But they come to Olu and they were bombing everywhere.
And our politicians, they don't have to.
They were burning houses at Izombe. There's nothing like collateral damage.
Mazi, why would the Nigerian government fear of collateral damage in our land, whereas even Igbo politicians look at all Jose Okalo? Do you remember? Have you forgotten when he menaced, he threatened that he's going to bring to Kanu and level every bush?
Yes.
I
was looking at that little monkey. I was looking at that little monkey because I call him a little monkey because he's a fool. He's a fool, and today
that's why they don't have no respect.
A complete fool. It has become a complete fool. That guy has become a complete fool. After all this thing you did, after all, nothing was given to you. In fact, that same jail term they gave to him is still in place. If he go further to do any nonsense, they still, because he was released from that jail just for signing certain thing, and he has failed to destroy IPOB. So he's still going to go to jail if care is not taken. And this time, if he goes to jail, nobody will rescue him there. He's an idiot. Because of power, political power. You want to destroy your people. Shame unto you, Jose Okalo. Shame unto you. You want to go and represent your people at Senate. You want to become president of Nigeria. No wonder. It is worms and dirty animal that lives in gutter. You want to live in gutter. Nigeria is a gutter where worms and so many terrible things live in. Look at Nigeria. You want to go and become their president. Is it a decent country? Is Nigeria a decent country? Is it a country? Is that how country run? Is that how country is run? Haven't you traveled to other civilized world? Even in Cameroon, even in Rwanda, even in go to Zambia, even Gambia. You see some element of civilization there. But in Nigeria, everything is done in crudity. Very crude. Politicians are crude. Everybody is crude. What type of thing is this? You want to invite to Kanu. So if you become president, you bring to Kanu and kill everybody. You wear a Sultan regalia and they want to show us how Fulani you are. If you go president, we
continue before I open the line.
People are disgraced. And we have iota of shame. They don't have shame in their face. This boy should know above, should know Batana Enugu. Come to Enugu to come and teach us how to develop. Imagine you want to come and teach us how to develop Eastern, and you say Southeast. It's not more Biafra land. He doesn't want to mention Biafra land. Anyway, we don't blame Britain.
Mazi,
they have successfully implemented all their churches and their. You see, Chukuma, that Archbishop Chukuma was also there. The bishop of Anglican Church. He was also there.
The real witches and wizards. How did you there?
He was there.
Mazi, let us open the line.
If that is not taken, these people will even make us to believe that white men are God. The way they are behaving.
Of course.
Yes, the way they are going. It is like they have concluded that the God they see in this, they are overwhelmed.
Mazi, why wouldn't they?
Why don't they go outside Nigeria for once? Go outside. Don't go to the city. Go to periphery of every city you go and see how people are living their life. You go stay in the high 5-star hotel and they serve you with all the every other thing. You think that the war start and end. You don't know anything. Mazi, continue.
Mazi, we shall open our lines. You mentioned we go into a few minutes breaks, but before I do, I was saying you are talking about this man mentioning Biafra instead of Southeast. I say any British High Commissioner that mentions Biafra, Biafra na job more. Immediately, collapse or there. You mentioned before Kucha Fra. It will fall and start convulsion. I'm telling you honestly.
Yes.
Because
yes.
Biafra or Kobo immediately. He will die. That's it.
Kill him.
We must continue. This Biafra. I get one thing. We know whether Britain will now run away from that island. I'm telling you. I don't know. We will know. The hatred, what type of very demonic, extreme hatred against Biafra? I cannot understand. I cannot. But we must reach
and I also hate them the way they hate us. I have also extreme hatred against them.
Yes. We hate them back.
Every other day, I keep pouring my libation against them. Every other morning, unfailingly. I never wake up any other morning without calling for the creator of universe, the God of Biafra, to get them destroyed equally the same way they want to destroy us. I never fail it every morning. I must do it. And they are getting it. They are afraid. They are afraid. Something is about to happen to them. Don't you see France? France have removed have closed their internet because they don't want people to know what is going on there. And Britain think they will escape the wrath of the creator. Maybe they think they are the creator. And it's lie. It's lie.
Mazi, let me say this before I open the line. Do you see, no matter what, do you see these countries, these European countries that decimated millions and millions of indigenous people all over the world? Do you think that they will get out of the law of karma in one time in their life? Do you think it must happen? They know that they know. Mazi, let me ask you. Do you see
approaching?
Mazi, do you see mighty Roman Empire? How are they today? Mighty Roman Empire that once was in charge of the whole world. For many thousands of years. Today they are relegated into the Vatican. How many meters square of a country in the Vatican?
Yes.
That is it.
Yes.
You see, the Europeans that decimated, enslaved their fellow human being, inhumanity to man. It doesn't matter the technological advancements that they are going. It doesn't matter what they think. They killed the Americas, the Incas in Mexico, in Argentina, in the Americas. They decimated African indigenous people. Before God and man, this blood is thicker than water. It will haunt them. I'm telling you. It can take another 1,000 years, but they must suffer. They must suffer it. Yeah. They have been trying to make sure in order to appease. People don't understand what they are doing. The European, when they say, okay, look at France, the national French team, now they take only black people only, with Arabs only. They're trying to reintegrate all this to make peace with their past, but it can never save them. It might not be in this generation, it might not, but they must suffer. Because they cause people to suffer and die in agony. King Leopold of Belgium slaughtered more than 50 million Congolese in order to Christianize them. And here we are praying to King Leopold. Pray for Mazi, come that side because come pay our line. Let me go. We shall go into a few minutes.
Mazi, wait a little minute. Wait a little second. Let me not waste too much of your time because here is where we are learning. Mazi, do you know, I have said this thing before. Do you know how Argentina come about? Christopher Columbus went in there and slaughtered all the black indigenous people that was there, and then turned back to Italy here, to Naples land, and pick up thousands and thousands of Napolitans and settle them there and change the name, give that name Argento, white.
White, yes.
Silver. Argentina is silver. Argent is silver. That is white. Something that is brilliant. Argentina is white. He changed the name to Argentina. And then Argentina is silver in color. And silver is white. Then their capital is called Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires. That is good fresh air. That is the meaning of Buenos Aires. Fresh air. Now, they have removed the black people and changed it to silver, that is white color, and then they now have their capital called good air. Now they are breathing good air. That is how this people works. And they think at the end of it all, the law of karma, no matter their technology, after all, that technology is failing them. That technology, you see, is destroying them seriously. It's a kind of, it's now backfiring. That technology, you see, they pursue is now backfiring. Why do they remove internet? Do you know what it means to remove internet in the country?
Yes.
Block your internet. It's a lot of billion have been lost upon the destruction that
hourly, Mazi, hourly, not even daily, hourly. Billions lost hourly.
Billions lost hourly, and then talk less of blocking it for some time. So, Mazi, go on.
We must continue here. We say it as it is. I mean, you can never block our mouths on Radio Biafra. This is a revolutionary radio. You are listening to us, even right from Argentina, from Buenos Aires. You should understand all these things. What you are not being told. The natural law will take over. We must continue. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines and our people will start calling in. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
Kaije, kunitenu kaije. Kaije, kunitenu kaije. Kaije, kunitenu kaije. Hey ya, kaije, hey ya, kaije, hey ya, kaije, hey ya, kaije. Umu Biafra kunitenu, kunitenu kaije. Umu Biafra kunitenu, Meri azala. Umu Biafra kunitenu, Biafra kunitenu. Nja useme wanyalu, kunitenu kaije. Oli amara wanisi. Umu Biafra kunitenu, Biafra kunitenu kaije.
Ejawala me kwampo, and if I jump any zoo soldier, he go here. Say you know, I get to do bucket yo. Oh na, you get to gun, I get to rocket yo. Oh na na,
Akia samba bura rogo, Umu Biafra Kaikwadono. We be the true blood of Israel, they be the bloody Philistines. So we go take them one by one, and then go run. We always sing in a zoo, and you go and marry. No negotiation, you. Everybody let's stand attention, you. No violence, no resolution, you. To hell with amalgamation, you. Fighting for our right, brother, it's not a crime. Biafra is our right, make gonna give us a Biafra.
we are Biafrans, lovers of freedom. We a nation, no contemplation. Pull the trigger, shoot down the war plane. Shake that, give me the fighters machine gun.
No more Nigeria, no more Sioux soldier for my area.
Okereke, at the best fire way I dey, I be okereke. The lock up till I'm the carry, they feel like okereke. Anything I made, they go want stop us okereke. We no want negotiation, we want tabakeleke. Shekeleke, obikeleke. All we want is para Hausa keleke. No castigation, we for our nation. My people let us go.
Apagoji, I come back again. Original Biafran me I come. See me a blessed land me I want. A Babylon, them I wanna push on down. Almighty Jah, yeah, children them I cry. Plenty men every day them I die. A wicked nation, them I know they try. I get a gospel, me I know they lie.
Egala isoko ndi Igbo kaite. Ibibio ikwerebu mu Biafra. Anang ijobuku mu chukwu abịama. Efik Ogota come together.
Yeah, I got pay a nail one day I walk and whining. You when they were men, maka the people are crying. Keajinume, Odu gonna move strong men should stand. Man did not even kuje. Urobo isoko egala yana one day idoma. We ain't scared of war. I got cover hana koma. Loha hoha. We are coming for our rights. That's why we the fight.
As a real Biafran, nefunya mebwe. Tabakala shini riepela pe. Antempa dili good de wa to dili cool. Sana masai one get chuku. Boom 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 boom. Gonna does it. Run, Kafana Mazi. Time for peace no more. This is time for war.
See, and this when give me more Biafra. Make we the go, so they bazo. Make we the go. Say Nigeria, make you la hill. Anya no you lawyer, let's go. All your must get set, let's go. The number, unu na no, unu la ho. All we need now both of you.
Liver, very soon, man, haga no.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 5th day of the 7th month 2023. Tatabo Bochafo. We are live and direct. And you can hear our voice through our FM in Biafra land 102.1 CHK. Many parts of Biafra land. And through our satellite. Also on social media on Facebook, you will be hearing us through Radio Biafra House Service page. IPOB Community Radio. On our application, IPOB Community Radio. Therefore, you have no excuse of not listening to this hallowed platform because here we learn. This is a revolutionary radio. We don't mince words in saying it. All those things that they don't tell you in the mainstream media, here we expose them because we are seeking for knowledge. Knowledge for our collective advancement. That is it. Therefore, our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have callers already lining up, and do not forget that I am here with our veteran Mazi Ezekulie with me. I have a caller already, or I say caller. I have callers already lining up. As I said, let me see. I think I had a caller on direct line. Whether it's still there, I'm sorry. Let me see. A caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me, please? Welcome to the program. Caller on direct line. You are the first caller. Please make it worthwhile. Go on, please. Caller on direct line. Go on.
One.
Mazi, why? Sorry. I pressed something. It's my fault. Let me bring you back. What is happening? What is happening? Let me see. Scholars waiting. Please hold on. Let me try to bring this caller on direct line. Calls are coming. Oh my goodness me. The caller on direct line, I think I've missed him. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, please, can you hear me? Go on, please.
Yes, I can hear you.
Go on, go on. Go on, please. Go on, yes.
Hello. Yes, I can hear you. Please, can you hear me? Go on.
Caller on direct line, please go on. Can you hear me? Please go on. Caller on direct line. Mazi.
Well, name your prize politicians in Biafra land.
Of course.
The truth of the matter is, these politicians, they will not say anything. They will not say why they have not gone to find out, why Nnamdi Kanu was rendition from Kenya. They're all quiet. The politicians, I remember when AJP or whatever his name is, was saying that if Igbos are not given the presidency, that they don't have no other option than to do what? To opt out from Nigeria. So where are they at now? They are there sitting.
Are you following what I'm saying?
Shamefully and ashamed of very, very ashamed of themselves.
How much politicians?
Weak, very weak. They talk too much. They are talkative. They will never say anything because their faces are covered with shame. They cannot come and speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And it's very, very quite unfortunate that some of these people that come and talk elders are this very, very gullible. It's quite unfortunate. And then on top of what is going on in Biafra about this experiment, even though nation his name is sometimes very irritating. It is quite a thing that most of our Nigerians, our Igbo brothers, all they do is believing and listening to this guy called Ekperima, believing in the seat at home. Even yesterday I went to some kind of picnic, Igbo picnic here in Atlanta. For some reason, when they were having prayers or whatever, this DJ has the best to even mention saying that okay, everybody should we're Nigerians, so something like that, okay, they should stand up and sing the national anthem. I was like, which national anthem are you standing up to sing? So all these things we are talking about, they're not even listening. All they believe and keep on believing is just in this one useless one Nigeria. One useless one Nigeria. You see most of us right there going to their church and praying for Messiah. The Messiah to bless them. Why the Messiah is right there in the cell? That they can go there and then find a way to agitate, to find a way they can release this man. Nobody is making things easier for us at all. Is this even the what's the name? Is this even the musicians or the whatever you call them, the celebrities or whatever? Nobody's talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and it's very, very unfortunate, to be honest with you, that some of these people, all they engage is just prank and prank and prank. Nobody wants to say, what, this man has been discharged and acquitted. I think it's about time for us to do what? Agitate so this man can be released. If people will know exactly what is really coming for them, they will stand up and say, what, this is the right time to actually stand up and agitate. It is quite clear that these people don't want us in Biafra land. But yet, they don't want to listen. It's all about everybody, trying to engage their own personal business. And it's just about, people, the rich are getting richer and nobody cares about, okay, the situation we are in Nigeria, it's time for us to come back and think and know that, it's time for us to leave. If we don't hold ourselves, I just believe that this Biafra, the only way we can get is if we get this Biafra, we have to have a stone heart. A stone heart, so that all these saboteurs that are sabotaging this Biafra, we have to have this stone heart, so that once we pass out a law, we have to stick with that law, because if we don't have that stone heart, I'm telling you, this Biafra is going to be very difficult to control. Our Igbo people are the worst people to control. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always said, they say there is nothing precious than freedom, but these people don't listen. They don't listen at all. I just pray and I hope, and like I always pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I said, whoever wants that man dead, that man will die his own death. That's just the fact. Any person that is wishing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dead, he himself will be the one that is going to die. Mazi Jonathan.
There were. You say stone hearts. Mazi, we will have a rock heart. Rock heart. Without rock heart, you cannot sanitize a country. You cannot build a viable country. I'm telling you honestly. We study history and see how Europe was built. When Napoleon Bonaparte, he sanitized. He no sentiment. That is what is going to happen. We must continue. Callers, You have been there. Please let me try to pick another caller on direct line, please. Caller on direct line, please go on. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Please go on. Wapi also. Welcome to the program. Caller on direct line, go on, please. Go on. Be vibrant. Go on.
Mazi, Mazi Chinedu from Enugu State.
There we go on. There we go on.
It's Mazi Chinedu from Enugu State.
Go on now, Mazi. Go on.
I have an information.
Ngwana Ganiru, go on. Ganiru, don't wait. Ganiru.
Yes, Fulani herdsmen, they are killing our people and the Enugu State in Kanu East. So they are killing our people in the Oboka in Kanu East local government. So our people are no longer going to farm. Understand?
Where?
Yeah, so
Where? Oh, your credit is finished. We must continue. We need to get that fact correct. Caller on signal, Mazi Akas, you have been here since going to 10 minutes or 9 minutes. 9 minutes, yes. Mazi, go on, please. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, watching thank you. My blessing for picking my call, and I want to say to our beloved veteran, Mazi Zekunye, thank you for coming to wake our spirit up because they thought kidnapping our leader, extraordinary rendition of our leader, will make IPOB to scatter. But Mazi Nnamdi kind of promised them that IPOB is indestructible, and they have seen it and believe. It doesn't matter what they do, Biafra we must get. And this is why we are here every day listening. Mazi, Jonathan, before I continue to say my mind of what you guys have taught us this evening. Fellow Biafrans, my name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as Austria National PRO. My beloved brother, you see, when Mazi Chinasangoru have this broadcast today in the afternoon today, most of us that listen to this man, that it came to open the eyes of our people for the atrocity, this criminal that have contracted by Nigerian government to rubbish the image of IPOB, to commit a crime that they want to use to hang on the neck of our leader, because they have found everything what they will use to hang this man, but they have found nothing. No one is listening to IPOB. This is why I pity people who don't come on this radio to listen.
If you try it, they will open his file, his secret engagements with them, and the church Wasa. And that's it. Go on, Mazi.
But they know the type of contract they have with this guy, Mazi. Because only you ask this question. When Mazi China tomorrow ask this question today, my heart, why is this guy not coming out? I thought he said he is the next of king. He loves Martin Nnamdi Kanu more than even IPOB. That Martin Nnamdi Kanu has told everybody that his life is being owned by IPOB. We own him. Many of us have died for this man. That even we died because of Martin Nnamdi Kanu. Man didn't have blood pressure. Has he ever, Mambola? Yeah, they live on our own blood. Yeah, you got the idea. Let him come out right now and said, this is a very man. These people you are killing. You are not killing it in the name of Nnamdi Kanu. You are killing it on your stupid your stupid idiotic Biafra in exile or in exist. I don't know what that thing is. Yeah, but if you don't come out and write, if Kanu did not come out and condemn the atrocity of Samuel the Beriba, then let the whole world know that this guy, Thomas Nnamdi, you cannot see somebody who is committing evil in the name of your brother, and you came out. Let's turn it the other way around. No IPOB, the greatest sit at home. I hear Biafran happen. Before game even all the Amaputos Babus are there. Even the protesters, people came out in Aba to protest for the release of Martin Nnamdi Kanu. The casualties happened. But before can you take it up? Why can't you right now? IPOB to go now for I to go now for this criminal system. Mazi, thank you.
There were, Mazi. There were. Please let us make it brief as possible because I'll not take much calls anyway. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. I think it's Mazi Jidof, or if I'm not mistaken. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Please unmute
yourself.
Yes, Mazi. There were, Dodrege. Welcome to the program.
My name is Mazi Jidof. I greet you, especially my professor, and I greet our veteran Mazi Ezekune. It's through him I know that there are wisdom men, and I thank God and thank people for the power of technology for giving us Radio Biafra, where we can learn what we never learned from universities. I could remember those days in my university level. An old man, as of 2016, I asked him about Biafra. He said that we should not talk about Biafra, that Ojukwu caused the war. But Radio Biafra has helped me personally to know the truth. And whenever I remember what the man told me as of those days, I remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also said, that even foolish people can grow old. And I will continue to thank you for your educative program here. Whenever you mention names like in Leopold, I tap it to go and read myself. That's what I do. Now, Mazi, you know, things are really happening in Biafra land, and Epidima is also, as in our people are also contributing to the problem we are having in Biafra land. You know, most of the times when I come on Radio Biafra, sometimes I will say our people love gossiping. Now, Radio Biafra has been instituted and order has been given time without number. Anything you do not hear on Radio Biafra is not a command from IPOB, it's a command from criminals. But many of our people dwell into gossiping. And when things like this come up,
they be the one to propagate it. Before I move forward, I will also appreciate our media warrior because I was closely watching 2 weeks. They never, even none of them bring about this sitting at home to their platform. You know, those days when the Macro sit at home and our media warrior begin to debunk it, it will begin to spread. Indirectly, it give it a publication. But this very current one, our media warriors were, you know, they kept quiet until it came to the extent that our people, you know, the gullibility of our people are the reason. Many of our media warriors are also talking about this. Even Radio Biafra speak about this sitting at home. Because our people do not want to listen. They want to listen to those ones that will please their heart. And that is the problem we are having in this very movement. Radio Biafra has been instituted in different communities. But Mazi, if you can statistically check now, you will see that 10% are not even tuning their radio. But they has data to go on social media to go and listen to gossip. That is by the way. Again, our own Igbo brothers, both in diaspora, I saw Igwe of Ghana. Upon all these things happening in Biafra land, our people in Ghana are even trying to organize New Yam Festival in another man's land. Mazi, I saw this thing and I weep for our people. Upon all this suffering, what matters to our people in Ghana is to organize New Yam Festival. They never even think home. And it's very, very disheartening to me. Coming to our political leader, is obvious that we don't have political leaders. Because they also know that they cannot be Biafrans. So they want to remain slave and remain servant to the Fulani faith. SZF cannot talk today. I could remember 2021, every court case, Ifan Yoba will be in the court. Ever since that, then you can never hear Ifan Yoba talk about Mazi and Kanu again because he wants to come for an umbrella election. Today, he doesn't want to even bring it concerning Mazi and Kanu into his discussion. But those days, it was a political sympathizer that want to bring Mazi and Kanu and see justice. And now justice has come. None of them can speak. SZF cannot speak. Jinwobodo cannot speak. Talk more of other Ohanes and Igbo that brought that young guy. You know why that British young guy came? They want to corner, you know, as many countries are going down today economically. They want to come so that they begin to build partial relationship with Biafra because they know Biafra is already here. So that it will be as if the nearest future they help us. I'm even suspecting tomorrow British will speak about Biafra just to maintain relationship because they know what they want to them from Biafra land. That is on my own.
The woman say you are reconnected.
Okay. The question that I want to ask is, I saw this viral something making. I didn't give much attention, but it's all about punch, voting for opinion voting. I saw this thing. What comes to my mind? What is the need of voting for Mazi and Kanu releasing or not releasing? Punch. I think it's Punch newspaper that is doing that. So does it mean we are voting that the charged and acquitted victory is no longer valid, or are we voting that is Punch that will give us? They want to know if Biafrans need Mazi and Kanu out. I mean, Nigeria want him out. I can't really understand that.
Mazi, this is conducted by Punch. It's just an opinion poll by Punch. You understand? So it's not something that is government official. But all these things, it counts because it makes also the government to understand, to know the opinion poll. So it matters also. That is why everybody is encouraged to go there and also vote. It is not something by official government, Nigerian government, no, but it's punch. You know. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mazi. Bless you and bless our veterans. We need more of veterans to be coming to educate us, because what they taught us in university is only through radio begin to reason. As normal human being with collective information. Thank you so much.
We must continue. Caller on signal. Or just hold on, let me try to pick this caller on direct line. Can I? No, it's gone. Caller on signal, can you hear me? Welcome to the program, please. Kaine Buyan Kenke, please, because we are...
Good evening, Mazi. I greet you.
There we
And our veteran too. Mazi, I remember you are calling from my location. Okay, Mazi, you said so many things this evening, but let me start with that they welcome British High Commissioner to come and develop our land that is not never developed before. I want if they really ask the commissioner about our leader, who is their British who is the British nationality. If they really ask the commissioner about their own citizens who is in the Nigerian before you not talk about any development. Talking about Yerima, the former governor and former senator of Zaria. This man that asked for government to negotiate with the Boko Haram terrorists. Now, you want government to negotiate with the Boko Haram terrorists that is killing millions of people every day. One of these people, the leader of all these bandits are there. Tunji, they honored the man Tunji the last time. All of the other one, they know all their leader. None of them was arrested. These people are people that are drinking Nigerian blood every blessed day. Every blessed day. None of them is arrested. And now we want to go and negotiate with them, but you want IPOB to be destroyed. And let them try. Let them continue looking for IPOB to destroy. But if you want to destroy IPOB, make sure that you want to go for the whole war. You want to go the whole world. Go and destroy IPOB for the whole world. Nigerian government, you want to destroy IPOB. You think you can destroy IPOB? Okay, you can go the whole war. You can go before you destroy IPOB. Make sure that you travel all over the world and destroy IPOB all over the world. Because not only the ones in Nigeria. That's one thing they must know. That when they say that IPOB is indestructible, they think we are joking. They're talking about, you see Kanu, when they're talking about Kanu, you see this guy, Kanu, who go and press our leader to tell this Berima to come and broadcast in radio. And our leader, based on, because of the kind of situation they are telling him, it's okay, let the guy go and broadcast. And the Kanu was, you know his plan. His plan was, because he already projected himself as a leader. Then he want the Berima to take over the radio. You see how he planned it. Because he already tell some people that if our leader is not there, he is next person. And when somebody said this kind of something, that when our leader is not there, if our leader is not there, he will be the next person to take over. Which kind of devilish thought is this? It shows you that this guy already have things planned on ground. That is why when our leader was kidnapped, he keep quiet. He doesn't want anybody to know. He keep quiet because he has plan. And his plan that everything work out, he will not take over the leadership, and the Berima will take over the radio. That is his plan. And he said he see someone that advised the modern finance to seize the money. Every day, this guy was busy calling blackmailing IPO dealership every day. Every day he will blackmail dealership to dance their name so that maybe he was thinking that he want to destroy the dealership, so he will take over. Who bought? So he think that even if there's nobody in Biafra, he will be the one to take over the dealership. People will just thinking like animal. What makes him think that? Oh, I'm sorry for him. And my last question is, I have a question to ask everyone and this gang group. Everyone, would you ever step on your 2x2 room to call for one name for killing Biafra? Can you ever have the morality to stay in that your 2x2 room where you are fighting Biafran referendum? You are fighting inside your 2x2 room. Will you ever mention one name for killing Biafra? I ask you this question. Will you ever say that we are planning to kill our people? We said it with dirty mouth. Very useless, hopeless human being. You see that criminal? You see that boy? That bastard. He will die miserable.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Let me, the last caller, I think, caller on WhatsApp, you'll be the last caller. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening, Jonathan. Mazi Jonathan.
Mazi.
Thank you. I don't speak Igbo, but I chose to call. I'm Radio Biafra listener for some time now. I chose to call on the program this evening. Thank you for giving the opportunity.
Even this radio is not for only Igbos or for Biafrans only. Anybody is invited. It's not restricted to only Biafrans. Go on, Maz, go on.
Thank you. To start with, my name is Mike. I'm an Igala guy. I'm an Igala man. And I'm calling from my location. What I want to say is this regarding Igala Igbo relation. I think you guys have to do more, because the truth is that Igala is more closer to Igbo than any other tribe in Nigeria in terms of geography. I will urge the member of the DOS and entire IPOP to be more patient and to appeal to more Igalas and Idoma to join this race, because in terms of geography, we're in the eastern region, not in the north. That is a fact. And
there is Igala destiny in Anambra.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
There are Igala in Anambra. There are an Igala in Enugu State. So we are very close, very close. If you're a student of history, you remember even the first place from the northern part where the bomb would drop around during the war was in Igala land. A place called Ogugu. That was the first place the bomb was dropped from the Enugu exit. The Igala Indigo relation need to be preached more. People are listening on the ground.
That's why, of course, that's why people like you have to also be calling and also talking to your people. And I would love you to also speak Igala. Use your dialect in order to, because we are all Biafrans. You use your dialect to speak to our brothers and sisters of Igala origin, because we are all one people. Go on, please.
Okay. Abu Migala miagba obodo kubede ojo kibumeshe. Ogecha chenyo ti Emile. Ogecha kidebuja kini I did not know Mbokade kichi relocation achi east level. That's why I call her Kogi East. We are the eastern end. in Kogi. So East is where we belong. Igala, Idoma, East in I belong you. It should not never. Because East Leonchi original identity in terms of geography, Mboka belong there. And Biafra Kawa Kideva Ekoduki referendum lava, we should ready to partake. Because that is where we belong. You know. So Otaka Aka called them so that Kao Jakireja Ki Afereju at the end of it all. Ojoki Abuachi Wapo Miagwa. So I have appealed to my people in my own, the little way I can speak my own language, I do. But the truth of the matter, which everyone knows, is that we're in the eastern region, not in the north. That is the fact. You know, you cannot be in the east and be in the north at the same time. It's not done anywhere. You know. So and as I said earlier, because the Radio Biafra is powerful all over the world. Everyone listens. So I would also like to use the apart from Radio Biafra London, every other platform to lament on this very particular topic I raised more, you know, to appeal to Igala, to appeal to Idoma people, you know, to join this race and to begin to, because the way things is going in Nigeria right now, things is no longer the way it used to be. Things is changing rapidly, and we'll pray also for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, because where he is not supposed to be there. He's a good man. You know, he's a good man by all standards. And I pray to God Almighty for God to be with his wife and his children, because it's not an easy thing. You know, that is all I have to say at the moment. Thank you for this opportunity.
There were Mazi. Thank you very much. Well, this is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. We must proceed towards ending the program. Igala, Ibibio, Igbo, we are all Biafrans. Idoma, we are all Biafrans. We are one people. Our enemies should never separate us. We are one people. That's it. Mazi Ezekuli, I don't know you dear. Yes. Please proceed to making your closing remarks, please, so that we can close. There were people are still calling, but you know, I will not pick any more call, please. Mazi, go on, please.
Okay, fellow Biafrans, those that listen this evening, I hope you have learned something. Please don't be only learner. Also be somebody that keeps what you learn and put it in practice. It is not good to be only hearers. Be the hearer and be the doers. This evening, we have heard on so many issues. You see, the struggle for freedom is not an easy something. And freedom is better than life itself. Nigeria is a killing field. Nigeria is I don't know how to describe Nigeria. It was not created for the goodness of mankind. It was created for destruction of the people, indigenous people inside. Everybody is suffering in Nigeria. Everybody have paid dearly for Nigeria. Just calculate from the day they told us they gave us so-called flag independent till today. Everybody in that particular place is dying. My goodness me. And people still talk about one Nigeria. For what reason would you be talking about one Nigeria? Fraudulent creation of a fraudulent country that is known for fraud all over the world. Do you think what they create will be okay? Do you think that Britain will create something good? They just want to keep that place, one, for their own exploitation. Let us join hands together and determine and extricate ourselves from this particular creation. It's hurting everybody. The creation is killing everybody. Let us not wait until all of us are killed before we move away from Nigeria. Let Let us not believe that Nigeria will be good tomorrow. Nigeria will never be good tomorrow. Instead, you will die, and the next generation will also die. Let us not die for Nigeria. It is not worth dying for Nigeria. We are not supposed to be one country. Britain created a chaos, a catastrophe. Nigeria is a catastrophe. Anarchy. When you hear Nigeria, it is anarchy. Let us join hands together and fight for freedom. For now, I will say, Biafrans that are determined to get out of Nigeria, let us be focused. Not tomorrow, one inglorious bastard will come out and begin to talk to you about being president of which country will he be president? Imagine a country that recognizes terrorism, that put terrorism in their terrorists in their military. Say they have repented, and you integrate them into the military, and nobody is using the military any longer. The current president is not even using the military. So please, we are not doing a wrong thing. We are doing a good thing. For us to say we don't want to be in Nigeria, we want our own nation. We want to move away from Nigeria and be able to govern ourselves properly, like a human being. We are human beings. We are not animal. The way Nigeria is treating everybody, is treating everybody like animal. Today they have sold our organ in advance. All the organs in our body have been sold in advance. We have bought all the whole government hospital. We have bought almost all the whole government hospital. Look at all these killings in the farmland. It is also organized by the West, so by Western countries are the ones sponsoring this killing the farmers, because they want to bring their own genetic modified food. When you can no more produce your own original food, they bring artificial that will eliminate you completely. It is well programmed. Maybe in the next 200 years, all of us must have disappeared, and they come over to take the land because they are regretting having given us independence, having given us that chance. They should have remained. But America, after the Second World War, tell them to leave Africa alone. They begin to do all those independence that they were doing. Today they are regretting. They are coming back. Before they come back, let us have Biafra. Biafra will be a very strong nation on earth. We will produce everything they produce. We will build a very strong nation. Please, fellow Biafran, be strong anywhere you are listening to my voice. We need a separate entity. We have been existing. It is not as if Biafra started today. No, we have been a nation governing ourselves before Britain came. He had agreement with us, and he later went back, said that they have gone. And they came, they destroyed, they kill everybody. They have agreement with. Destroy every document. And begin their amalgamation nonsense. Please, fellow Biafrans, hold on to what you have had this night. Hold on to your faith in getting us Biafra freedom. Our leader will soon come out there. They are playing games. There is nothing they can do. That man is greater than them. He's bigger than them. In fact, the more they hold him there, the more destroyed the world will be. Don't you see? Europeans are afraid now. They are trembling. Everywhere is trembling. Everywhere there is confusion everywhere. Even in America, there is confusion everywhere. He told them, very soon Britain will start getting their own share of this confusion they created. They think they will eat their cake and have it. They will never eat this cake and have it. They will pay for the sin they committed against the black race on this earth. Their father, because black race is the father of mankind. They will pay. They will pay dearly for it. They think they have technology. Those technology will fail them. Definitely going to, because it is artificial. It is completely artificial. It is not original. Please don't sell your original for artificial. Don't sell your original to artificial. We are original. We are original. We want to govern ourselves. Don't allow Nigeria, such thing called Nigeria, to deceive you so that you begin to think that somehow, somewhere, Nigeria will be better. No. Nigeria was not created to succeed in life. Nigeria was not created to progress. Nigeria was not created to develop. No. Therefore, you need a nation of your own. It is not a sin. It is not a bad thing for one to clamor for self-determination. It is there in the United Nations. Even in our constitution, it is also there. In the constitution of Nigeria, it is also there. So it is not a bad thing for one to say, no, I don't want to remain in this union. You have a right to say so. Don't be afraid, fellow Biafran. Thank you this evening for all that listening. Thank you, Mazi.
There were Mazi Zekulie. Thank you very much. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we have come to the end of this program. We must continue. We must continue. There is no turning back, because there is no back to go back to. There is no back to turn to. I'm telling you. Our politicians have destroyed our land. Honestly speaking. Report of what is going on in our land. They have turned our people into gullible animals, impoverished, gullible animals. We shouldn't continue watching like this. No, we must continue. Nigeria, they use Nigeria in order to undo us. I used to say it always. They are using Nigeria to undo us as a people. That's why you see our politicians, Igbo politicians, can never talk about us as a people like others are doing. Or anything that they make sure, they are the Nigeria. They are the Nigeria. But we are the people suffering, paying the ultimate price. You see people coming, Northerners or Fulani, they are coming openly defending their terrorists. The Yorubas the same, defend their politicians, their political class, defending them. They have Oduduwa house, they have Arewa house, but they never have Biafra. Our political class mentioning Biafra is just like they commit treason. It's like a treason to them. But others mention their own. Do you think there is something terribly wrong? There is something wrong. Moreover, when we talk about our politicians, it is the people that produce their politicians. Because the politician didn't fall down from heaven. No. It is the same people, the same Igbo people. So when you look at all this, you see that there are many things they are using to undo us. They undo us politically. They undo us religiously. We are follow everywhere. Slaves everywhere. Even the Christianity we are talking, we are follow. Who are the men that the Jews, the prominent pastors in Nigeria? From Middle Belt, from Yoruba. But all the churches, they are being populated by our people. Sponsoring, follow. When you think of all these things, you see that there is something terribly wrong somewhere. I cannot see the reason of me whereby people are being sent in order to enforce sit at home. People go to primary school of their own people and start bringing out the little children, punishing them. The people that they should be protecting. These people are not going after the Fulani headsmen that they are tormenting different parts of Biafra land. Like somebody reported, I think in Enugu Ezike. They don't go to them to kill them or to fight them. No. They don't go to Abuja. They don't go to any other place. They still come back in order to kill our people, to torment the lives of our people. Don't you see that there is something there? And the people that are acting this, they are paid to do that. It is a Nigerian government sponsor. They sponsor it. We should, stop vehemently attacking our people. I saw, I don't know, a woman, poor woman, I don't know which part of Biafra land there. Whether she stole a goosey, which she want to just take all achi, which she want to take maybe go and cook for her children. In our market, I saw the thing, I cried. A woman, the whole market, they hold her, they naked her, beating her until the woman have to run naked, stark naked. You see people, you see Ndinna there, all of them laughing and pursuing the woman. The woman have to go and meet whether it's a policeman there to protect her. In Igbo land, whereas they captured 2 Niger people, Niger Republic, people that terrorists that raped one of our sister, an Igbo lady, for 6 months, impregnated her 2 times, and these people, they don't even handcuff them, they don't do it. Whereas if they see I say a woman, I saw it on social media, I cannot even watch it. They're naked. None of them. When you see all those people selling, shouting, hey, women like her, none of them use naga church. Why not use one person's and happen? Nobody, none. I watched the thing. I said no. Ayagasago. They naked a woman. Whether they say he stole a ache, which somebody should even give her 1 kilo or 2 kilos. Say, go and cook for your children. They naked her. Dokashu wear. Ana chagaria. Wanye na abari na neti. Oh, Chineke kwena yojo. Sometimes I say, what has something happened to us to turn us into this dirty animals we have become. If not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as Mazi said, he is a reincarnate of our great grandfathers that came to save us. I'm telling you. Just washi arugodu na zuroshi egushi. I would onye Igbo agba ya otu nwaanyị gba ya dokachi uwe onye ọ na amụ ndị Igbo ga protect their own, but ha jide a foreigner Niger onye Niger I say did I touch you? Did I beat you? I'm sick ihe mere anyị here. What we are fighting is so deep. I'm telling you. They are planning to wipe us, how to wipe us, clean all our memory so that we don't even know who we are again. I know they can do no na ke ya na close ka wogre. Ka ndi na ngam por mmiri na eme erisi. Oh ihe achọrọ I know okwe Britain. Oh ihe achọrọ ka na agari no one ile na eme ka ndi na ngam por mmiri ndi no na close. Nothing more. But onye ajokwara na ada ajo onwe ya bikon. Ọnụ ha onye bae onye nọ na bae o zuru oshi agụ ọ na-akụ na ihe omega I'm not supporting izu oshi or anything, but biko enwere ọdị ihe ga-eme you cool down, you say oh now what do you want? 2-3 people in the market can even provide for her what she wants to go and use to cook for the children. Instead of ime ya akaja wayoto, whereas awuru onye ugwu ka ahụrụ dia ka ejitere ivuru gburu mmadụ onye ọ na asọ na don't touch him. Did we beat you? Ya ogene ka emere anyị biko. Emere anyị gịnị? We need to reverse this course. I'm telling you, and that is what IPOB is doing. Thank you very much for listening. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is our identity. If you have any other religion more than Biafra, know that you've not started. You will eventually fall away. That is the truth. It doesn't matter how you pretend, you will fall out. One thing will blow you out. But once you take Biafra as your number 1 religion, nothing, no provocation, nothing will take you out. I'm telling you. We must continue doing what we are doing. There is never any sit at home. No 7-day sit at home. No other sit at home. Go to your normal businesses. Because these people, these criminals being sponsored by the Nigerian government in order to continue tormenting our people, in order to bring insecurity, in order to discourage our people from this restoration, from IPOB. We know what they are doing. We must deal with them accordingly. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, together with Mazi Eze Kulie, it is simply good evening.